walks a ton of batters. However, he was very good last week. He pitched 6 scoreless innings against the Dodgers. Arizona has also won 5 of his last 6 starts in the month of August, despite the fact that over that stretch he had a 4.73 ERA. Both Trevor Story and Alex Bregman have very good numbers against Rodriguez in their careers. First pitch tonight scheduled for 9:40, and it's brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. Time now for the Baseball Isn't Boring 2-Minute Grill with Rob Bradford, presented by McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil, including BioHeat, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Here with Rob Bradford is the man of the hour, guy making his second start, the stash himself, Peyton Tolley.
There's no human being on the planet I'd rather be talking to for the 2-minute grill than Peyton Tolley. So there's a million things I want to ask you, but that can save for another day. Really what I want to ask you is sort of from the first time you became a major league pitcher to the second time you're going to be taking the major league mound, what are some of the things that you learned along the way?
I mean, I think there's a lot. I think there's, like, the biggest thing that I'm kind of working through right now is, like, just treating every hitter like it's a right-handed or left-handed hitter, you know, just trying to attack them the same way that I'm going to attack anybody, and, you know, but trying to learn about scouting, trying to learn about, you know, what are guys looking for, you know, on the iPads in here, just like kind of any little nuggets that I can get is kind of what I'm trying to learn. So really just kind of anything. So
they probably didn't want to throw a whole bunch at you the first time, right? Yeah. Right. And I don't know if you threw a ton of fastballs, but like I said, if they told you one thing, because I'm a genius, so I say, if you tell them one thing on this day, just throw your fastball, first pitch strike, there you go. And you did it. Congratulations. Yeah. But I would imagine since then there's been, like you said, like a lot of different information coming your way.
Yeah. It's just trying to find what's going to work for me. You know, some guys are super duper heavy into the analytics and the videos of it. Some guys are like, I just kind of go out there and pitch and do my thing. And so I'll probably find myself somewhere in the middle of there. But yeah, I mean, everybody's been super open so far about questions.
What has been the thing, maybe not necessarily pitching-wise, in this time? Because you come up in major leaguers, this is your introduction, but now you have the hanging out introduction of the 4 days or whatever it is. What's been the thing that maybe you didn't anticipate?
Oh, I mean, the structure, I think, has been kind of different. You know, being in Greenville, everything is kind of like, here's the time for everything, here's how the day is going to flow, and AA, it's still there, but like, it's kind of loose. AAA, really loose, and now here it's like, hey, you throw it 415, 410. And so, like, trying to, like, manage how I'm going to manage my day and, like, learn that kind of time management has been a big deal for me.
And the last thing is, when they here's my thing, a difference between the major leagues and everything else, or one of the differences that I can relate to, is that when I stayed at the Major League Hotel, they put slippers next to the bed when they turned over, right? Yeah. This is, I don't know if the nicest hotel you've ever stayed at in your life, but whatever it is, congratulations, you just topped it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've been staying over here at the Commonwealth, and I walked in the first day and turned to Nick Sogard. I was like, well, this takes the cake for me.
Really?
So, yeah, it was pretty cool. You know, hotels for the Tolleys are kind of like, we just need a place to sleep. You know, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but yeah, no, I'm very excited about it. Fitz has already told me all the luxuries that you get from it. I'm like, I mean, just need a place to sleep, but sounds cool.
You have Red Roofian elite status, right?
Not that.
Yeah. A little notch up from that. Hey, but congratulations with everything.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
That was Peyton Tolley, who's making the start tonight for the Red Sox with our own Rob Bradford. I think I'd like to hang out with the Tolleys. Tolleys sound like a fun group to go to, like, the Great Wolf Lodge with or something, you know what I mean? Like, that'd be a good time. Hanging out with the Tolleys, going down water slides, like, I'd be into that. Anyway, that was the 2-Minute Grill presented by McFarland Energy. It's time now for the Herb Chambers starting lineups. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. We'll start with the visiting Red Sox, who will have Jaron Duran leading off in left field, Alex Bregman batting second and playing third. He'll be followed by Trevor Story at short. Romy Gonzalez is your cleanup hitter tonight, and also second baseman. He'll be followed by Rob Refsnyder, the DH. Nathaniel Lowe will bat sixth and play first, followed by Nate Eaton in right. Ceddanne Rafaela in center, and your number 9 hitter, hitter is Carlos Narvaez, the catcher for the starter, Peyton Tolley. For the D-backs, leading off at second base is Ketel Marte. Geraldo Perdomo will bat second and play short. Corbin Carroll, your number 3 hitter and right fielder. Batting cleanup tonight is the catcher Gabriel Moreno. Blaze Alexander batting 5th in center field. Ildemaro Vargas is your DH and number 6 hitter. He'll be followed by Jordan Lawler at 3rd, Tyler Locklear at 1st, and Jorge Barrosa is your number 9 hitter and left fielder behind the starter, Eduardo Rodriguez. You can watch Red Sox pregame on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. Brought to you by Subaru of New England. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive-away event is going on right now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Coming up in about 15 minutes, Will Fleming sits down with manager Alex Cora. That's brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. But coming up next, we will head out to the desert and chat with Lenny DiNardo. That's coming up right here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Friday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Christian Arcan here with you. Red Sox on the road out in Phoenix, taking on the Diamondbacks at Chase Field in the first of a 3-game set. And for more on that, let's head out to Chase Field right now and talk with our good friend Lenny DiNardo. Lenny, how we doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Can I go to Great Wolf with you guys?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm in.
Joe just gave me grief about that. Like, Great Wolf Lodge isn't the coolest place in the world. So, yeah, that'd be fun place to go with the Tolleys, I think. Peyton Tolley going tonight, Lenny. He's on the road. We know he fed off that energy at Fenway. What do you expect to see from the kid in his second start without the crowd behind him?
You know, I think he's going to be able to manufacture his own energy. This is a kid that was an A-ball to start at the year. When you're pitching an A-ball, you know that you're pitching in front of hot dog vendors and girlfriends. You got to go out there and get it done without the crowd. And he's excited to be here. This is his second start at the big league level. He's 22 years old. Anytime you're that young, especially, you're going to be able to manufacture energy. And this is a good offensive club he's facing. So, you know, last time, his first time out, had a lot of bounce on the mound. I'm looking for a lot of the same. I want him to go out there and challenge these hitters, use that 98, 99 up in the top of the zone, and attack. That's basically it. He's at his best when he attacks with the fastball and uses the secondary pitches off of that.
Pirates are a team that strikes out a lot. He had a great start against them. The Diamondbacks' offense is a lot tougher. How do you attack these hitters?
I mean, get to strike one, get to strike two, and hopefully you can get some chase late. That's the biggest thing, and it's going to come down to location. Any big league club, if you don't locate, they're going to do damage, but especially this club. The first 5 hitters in this lineup in particular can do a lot of damage. They do damage against lefties consistently this season, so you're going to have to be careful. You're going to have to hit your spots. If it's 98, 99, it's down the middle, they're going to be able to do damage. So it's about locating your pitches. If you're going to go up, you got to make sure it's up, in and out. If you want to pitch out, you got to effectively pitch in with that cutter hitter, especially a guy like Tolley who works to cutter in against these righties. Use that off of the fastball. You just got to basically hit your spot, command in and outside the zone.
Lenny, I haven't talked to you since the Roman Anthony injury. We've all been grieving here in Boston for the last week or so. Who's going to step up? I know you can't replace Roman Anthony, but who do you think is going to step up down the stretch here?
You know what? There's not one guy that's going to step up and be the guy to take the place of Roman Anthony. It's going to have to be a collective effort for this Red Sox club, and they've been resilient throughout this year. When certain guys go down, other guys have been able to pick them up, whether it's Nate Eaton or if it's Jarren Duran. Hopefully Alex Bregman kind of breaks out of this little mini slump he's currently in. Go out there and put pressure on this defense and this pitcher early on. Hopefully you can get to him relatively quickly. They're familiar with him. They've seen him throughout the years. They know what the scouting report is in Erod. So hopefully they can do that, put some runs on the board and get to the bullpen quickly. But yeah, to answer your question, nobody's going to replace a Roman Anthony in this lineup right now. It's going to be difficult, but at the end of the day, this is a resilient team, and hopefully they can get it done.
Hopefully, the back end of the rotation we saw on display, and I know we're sort of seeing it right now too with Tolley going tonight, but that number 4 spot now, we've had a couple of bullpen games and one yesterday that saw Jordan Hicks land on the IL. How do you think this is going to resolve itself? There's 4 or 5 more turns in the rotation here before the regular season's over. By the time we get to the end of it, what do you think is going to be going on with that slot? Who do you think is going to emerge?
That's a great question. It's kind of to be known. I would have loved to have seen Cooper Criswell up at some point, but he's battling an injury right now. I hate bullpen days, to be honest. I don't think anybody really likes them. And the other day was a great example of why. It was just a mess of a game, a throwaway game. But, the first 3 guys in this rotation have been outstanding. And with 4 games, or 4 days off, I should say, in the next 19 days, counting yesterday, is going to help these guys get rest. And if they need rest going into where they're going as far as the playoffs are concerned. So whatever they got to do to get these guys rest, those first 3. And Peyton Tolley hopefully goes out and shoves like he did the other day. That's going to be a big help for this club to keep winning ball games.
Certainly. Eddie Rodriguez on the mound for Arizona. He's had a stop in Detroit before getting here, but a guy that you should know very well, obviously. We watched him a lot of years here in Boston. What does 2025 Eddie Rodriguez bring to the table, and how should the Red Sox try and attack him?
Man, I tell you, he's kind of been up and down, but he's been good as of late. They've won 5 or 6 of his last starts. They've scored 6 or more runs in 5 of his last starts, or scoring runs for him. That's what this Arizona Diamondbacks club does. And you got to be patient with Eduardo. He's gonna walk hitters if you allow him to. You can get into his head. We've seen that when he was a Red Sox player. So be patient with him. Let him dig his own hole. Don't swing outside the strike zone. And when he does make mistakes over the middle, drive the ball. It's that gap-to-gap approach that when this offense takes that approach, that's when they're most effective. And when they take that approach, they start driving balls out of the ballpark. So stay away from trying to hit the ball over the fence, gap-to-back gap, line drive approach, and be patient up there. Don't expand outside the strike zone because he will walk hitters.
The Diamondbacks this year, Lenny, were picked by some to be kind of this sexy pick in the NL West as a team that made some big moves in the offseason and had a lot of talent up and down the lineup and in the rotation, and they cannot get out of their own way this year. What's been their biggest problem?
Well, injuries, first and foremost. They had a ton of injuries, and then, at the trade deadline, they sold completely. But even with that, they've continued to go out there and play decent baseball as of late. They're playing spoiler right now. So, a lot of injuries, traded off a lot of their talent. But with that said, they can still go out and win and spoil a lot of plans for some of these big league clubs. And they're talented enough to go out there and do that. So you got to take them seriously. It's big league club. As far as big league clubs are concerned, these guys are no slouch, especially on the offensive side. So you got to be very, very careful, pitch effectively, and hopefully the offense goes and scores a few runs to give Peyton Tolley a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, and tonight in the next 3 nights are a great opportunity to make up some ground in the AL East with the Yankees and the Blue Jays playing each other, and hopefully they can start and do that tonight. Lenny DiNardo, great to talk with you. We look forward to the call of the game tonight in Arizona.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right. That is Lenny DiNardo. He and Will Fleming will have the call from Chase Field out in Phoenix coming your way here in about 40 minutes. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Coming up next, we'll hear from the manager, Alex Cora. He sat down with Will Fleming, and that's coming your way right after these words here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today and feel comfortable about tomorrow.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Friday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the do.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your teenager thinks McDonald's was their idea. But you know you've been thinking about a McDouble, extra pickles, perfectly salted fries, and an icy Coke since carpool.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Innovation is driving Rhode Island forward. It's all part of the Rhode Island 2030 plan to power the future of innovation right here at home. We're building Ocean State Labs, a life sciences incubator in Providence, and launching a first-of-its-kind cybersecurity school at Rhode Island College, training the next generation for high-demand careers. Blue economy and ocean tech companies are choosing Rhode Island to grow cutting-edge technologies and create good-paying jobs. Go to ri2030.ri.gov to learn more.
Your home is a reflection of you. Who you choose to do your roofing, siding, windows, and doors matters. For 25 years, Henderson Roofing has served homeowners in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Founded and run by John Henderson himself, they pair quality materials with expert work. Just ask the thousands of homeowners who've given them 5-star reviews. Henderson Roofing, the partner you and your family can trust. Henderson-roofing.com for your free estimate. That's Henderson-roofing.com.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Going down in a real strange.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Moms, dads, are you the parent of a student athlete? Do you want to know how to get the most out of youth sports? If so, listen to the Next Pitch podcast to give you the tools to raise an aspiring athlete. It's not simple. but we talk straight and give you the best insight there is when it comes to youth sports. We'll cover everything from nutrition and training to mental toughness and teamwork. It's a podcast you can listen to together with your kids so everyone can benefit. Follow Next Pitch on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Welcome back. It's the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Christian Arcand here with you as the Red Sox embark on a 6-game road trip, starting with 3 games in Arizona against the Diamondbacks. Peyton Tolley making his second career start tonight. He'll be going against former Red Sox Eduardo Rodriguez. Before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the Ford Summer Sales Event. Hurry in to get great deals now, including on F-Series, the official truck of the Red Sox. Here with manager Alex Cora is the voice of the Red Sox, Will Fleming.
Game 1 in Arizona with the manager, Alex Cora. The series at home did not end the way you wanted on a lot of levels, but a reset. And your club all year long, Alex, has found a way, no matter what you've been dealt, to kind of dig deep and get it going. Yesterday, did it feel like a reset day for your group?
We just had one bad inning in Game 3 in that series. So, we don't get too high, we don't get too low, it was one of those innings that we had to map out one way. It didn't work out, but then after that, there were a lot of positives. Kelly was amazing. We put pressure on the opposition from the batter's box, but we didn't score many runs. So, we won the series. We got on the plane, and now we're ready to play the D-backs.
You, for so long, have talked about Zach's stuff, and that was such an impressive outing from him. Did he show you some stuff that maybe he could really contribute down the stretch run here?
He showed me that he can compete at this level. There's a few times that when he's on the mound, he doesn't throw too many strikes. He shies away from the strike zone, and in that outing, especially the last out, he kept pounding the strikes and pounding the strike zone, and I hope he learned from that outing. We know about the stuff, but it's not about that. It's about competing at this level, and he competed 2 days ago.
It's been so fun to watch the young guys push your veterans this year. And now with Roman out, Marcelo out, the veterans take on sort of a different role. Is that a discussion you have with them? I mean, Alex and Trevor have led so naturally all year long. What do you think changes for them these next few weeks?
Just stay the course. Nothing changes here. It's just guys that have been hurt. We lost Casas. We lost Alex for a while. Now we lost Roman and Marcelo. We traded Rafi. Nothing has changed here. We're going to stay the course. We know where we at. We got a chance to win the division, and that's what we want to do.
I love what you said to Roman. Think about Game 1 at bat 1 of the ALCS. How did he take that, and what's his emotional level right now? I mean, he's so into this thing. He's such a big part of it. Can you give us a little update on how he's doing?
I mean, he's down, obviously. He's a big part of what we're trying to accomplish, and he was doing an outstanding job. But at the same time now, the focus should be on the rehab, do everything possible to get back, and hopefully he can join us whenever he's ready.
Fan base fell in love with Roman, and they're falling in love with the guy on the mound tonight for you, Peyton Tolley, who just looks the part, he acts the part. You have to be careful with him. This is an innings limit length for him that he's not reached before. How do you manage that? But most of all, how excited are you to watch him for a second time?
Yeah, just go out there and compete. That's why we ask everybody. We don't get too high or too low on our guys. We know that they're really good at what they do, and hopefully he can go out there and dominate, give us a chance to win. As far as the pitches and the innings, we got to be smart about it, and when he gets to 80, 85, he's going to come out. That's the reality of it for now, and hopefully by that time we have a lead and the bullpen can do their job.
Have you ever just had a straight mustache in your life? And if you did it right now, what would Angelica say?
No, never.
This is an Arizona team that, big expectations. They got a lot of talent, speed at the top. What do you see when you watch them and get ready for this series?
A good athletic team that they play good defense, they run the bases well, and they got 2 of the best young players in the big leagues. Perdomo and Marte, they're really good at what they do. Obviously, they're in a desperate situation in their division and in the wild card, and they have played well lately, and we just got to be ready for them.
A couple pitching changes. Murphy comes back. Hicks goes on the IL with a shoulder issue. The stuff is undeniable with Jordan. Once he gets healthy, What is the next step for him to become the pitcher that you guys believe he can be?
I think the velo was down compared to San Francisco. In San Fran, he was throwing 100. With us the other day, he was throwing 95, 96. So hopefully we can get him back to be close to 100. And if he can accomplish that, he'll be okay.
How about Murphy? I mean, you talked about Kelly proving to you that he can compete. Chris, last time up, I mean, he was just mowing people down. What does he do, and what can he do to be his best self?
Just keep throwing strikes. That's what he did before the San Diego outing. In the San Diego outing, he didn't do that, and we needed to make a move because we were short on pitching. But he's been solid for us, a lefty that can get righties out. And, these guys, they mix and match with the best of them. The Athletics, they do the same thing. Then we got New York, who have a bunch of lefties. So, it makes sense to bring him up here, and I know he can contribute.
You just said something very interesting, that it's go time now. You're going to push your relievers, that it is no longer saving guys. You're all in. How does that manifest itself? Does that involve everybody? Does that mean Chapman can go 3 days in a row? Can Whitlock go 3 days in a row? How do you manage that from here to the end?
I can say whatever I want to say, but at the end, they will let us know, But obviously, we want to win as many games as possible, as soon as possible. And, I bet most of those guys are going to be available from now on.
Ref Snyder going to get more at-bats, you say. I mean, Roman's down. He has, Rob, whenever you test him, whenever you push him and give him more, he seems to take it on. How do you feel about Rob going down the final weeks?
Just a good player that he can put good at-bats against lefties and righties. We just have to make sure we keep him healthy, and we'll mix and match. We'll use everybody. We got a flexible roster, and we lost Roman Anthony. We know that, but at the same time, we're very capable of keep going, score a lot of runs and have fun.
For a long time, it's felt like it's Crochet and Skubal for the American League Cy Young, and your closer. I mean, I really think when you start peeling it back, Alex, and look at what he's done now for a couple of months, don't you think Aroldis has a real case to be in the Cy Young conversation?
I let the media deal with that. I'm just happy that he's our closer, that he's healthy, and he's doing an outstanding job.
Arizona closed roof. It's going to be some different teams here with Sacramento, Oakland, whatever you want to call them, and the Diamondbacks. Is it more important in these stretches for you guys to focus on your strengths and do what you do best, or to maximize what you can get from them?
I think we do that with everybody. Obviously, you're familiar with the East and the division, but at the end, when it comes down to execution, it's your strength against them. And, so far this season has worked more to our end.
You saw Dustin yesterday. How is Petey? I know the boys are growing like weeds into baseball. It's fun, isn't it, for you to get back in the desert and reconnect with him?
Yeah. I mean, he's one of my best friends, and we had fun. I think we didn't talk baseball. We just talk about the family and how things are going. And, when you get an off day, that's what we do.
One of your best friends, last one, Alex, you're so different and yet similar. You both love the game so much, and you go about it and attack the game so differently. How quickly did you warm to him when you were sort of his mentor as a rookie? What about him drew you to him as somebody who you stay so close with?
Just a good kid that wanted to help us win ball games, and we connected in spring, in 06 when he got called up. We connected, then in spring training, friendship grew, and as of now, we're just best friends.
We appreciate it, Alex. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Will.
Alex Cora, noted best friend of Dustin Pedroia, talking with Will Fleming there in the manager's interview. You can watch Red Sox pregame on Twitch, by the way. Just follow WEEI. It's brought to you by Subaru of New England. Subaru of New England all-wheel drive-away event is going on right now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Still to come here on the Mass Mutual pregame show, we'll take our look around the majors. In our Subaru scoreboard update, we'll have our lock of the game, and we'll also have our Chevy dealers question of the day. That's all coming up next here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Friday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
Hello, it's Lena Dunham. I host a podcast called The C Word with my dearest friend and historian of bad behavior, Alyssa Bennett.
What is up?
It's a chat show about women whose society is called crazy.
We're going to be rediscovering the stories of women's society dismissed by calling them mad, sad, or just plain bad.
Listen to and follow The C Word with Lena Dunham and Alyssa Bennett. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Your home is a reflection of you. Who you choose to do your roofing, siding, windows, and doors matters. For 25 years, Henderson Roofing has served homeowners in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Founded and run by John Henderson himself. They pair quality materials with expert work. Just ask the thousands of homeowners who've given them 5-star reviews. Henderson Roofing, the partner you and your family can trust. Henderson-roofing.com for your free estimate. That's Henderson-roofing.com.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Christian Arcand here with you. The Red Sox taking on the Diamondbacks in the first of a 3-game set out at Chase Field in Phoenix. Peyton Tolley making his second career start going against Eduardo Rodriguez, who the Red Sox 6 years of Eduardo Rodriguez they had here in Boston before he went on to Detroit, and now the Diamondbacks not having a great year, 6-8 with a 5.40 ERA. Tolley did not have a record yet; he only has the one start, so no record, and an ERA of 3.38 after an impressive start last week against the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's time now for the Subaru Scoreboard Update, brought to you by Subaru of New England. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. One final to tell you about already, the Cubs. It was bombs away at Wrigley today. You had a home run from Ian Happ, home run from Nico Horner, home run from Dansby Swanson, and I was surprised to see that this guy was still around. Reese McGuire hit a home run for the Cubs today. I didn't even know he was still in the league, but good for him. Red Sox legend Reese McGuire out there in Chicago, belting homers as the Cubs beat up on the Nationals by a final score of 11-5. Some games in progress to tell you about as well, including the Tigers, who are currently trailing the White Sox 7-5 in the bottom of the 8th inning out at Comerica. The Pirates hosting the Brewers. They're trailing 5-2. Milwaukee threatening now in the top of the 9th inning as well out in Pittsburgh. They have 2 runners on with just 1 out. It's the bottom of the 8th inning in Cincinnati. Mets trying to hold on to a thin 5-4 lead over the Reds. That game getting close now as Cincinnati challenging, trying to get another run in. They have a runner on base with just 1 out. It's the bottom of the 6th inning in Baltimore. The Dodgers and the Orioles knotted up at 1 run apiece. And the game everyone's most interested in, that would be the Yankees hosting the Blue Jays. That game's in the bottom of the 7th inning right now. And the Blue Jays up big. They're leading 5-1. The story of this game is Kevin Gausman, who's been great, allowed just 1 run on 2 hits through 6 innings. One of those hits was a Giancarlo Stanton home run to left center that went almost 418 feet. Vlad Guerrero is homered for the White Sox, but Cam Schlittler with a very poor outing, not even making it out of the second inning before getting the hook. Ryan Yarborough's come in and pitched the next 5 1/3, which is where they are right now. It's the bottom of the 7th at Yankee Stadium. The Blue Jays leading 5-1. So if that score holds and the Red Sox win tonight, they could leapfrog the Yankees in the standings. If the Yankees come back and the Red Sox win, of course, the Red Sox have to win in both of these instances, then they could pick up a game on the Blue Jays in the American League East, which, of course, the Yankees would be doing as well. Elsewhere in the majors, out in Florida, the Marlins getting crushed by the Phillies, 9-1 your score that game in the bottom of the 7th inning. Heading into the bottom of the 8th in Atlanta, Mariners and the Braves knotted up at 1 run apiece. The Guardians currently enjoying a 5-0 lead over the Tampa Bay Rays. That game in the top of the 6th inning. Bottom 6 in Kansas City. Royals up 2-1 over the Twins. Top 5 in Arlington. The battle for Texas between the Rangers and the Astros so far is headed Texas's way. The Texas Rangers, I should say. They're up 3-1 in the top of the 5th inning. Heading into the bottom of the 4th in St. Louis. Giants up big over the Cardinals. 6-0 your score there. The Rockies and Padres are scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still to come tonight. Only one other game in about 15 minutes. The Angels and the A's will throw their first pitch at Angel Stadium as they'll get that series started. The A's, the next team that the Red Sox are going to play after they're done with this Diamondback series. Now here's the lock of the game. It's presented by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit them online at newenglandmetalroofing.com and never re-roof again. Now, before I started doing some research into this pick, and Joe Braverman, I am venturing into some very dangerous waters here. Because what did I say a couple weeks ago? I'm giving up the player props. No more player props. Well, I'm breaking my rule tonight. And I'm breaking my rule for Romy Gonzalez. And I apologize in advance if I cool you off, Romy, because Romy's been hot lately. Romy, in his last 6 games, is 12 for 25. That's almost a 500 batting average. He's killing it right now. He was good in that last game against the Guardians. Went 2 for 4. And in 3 straight games, Romy Gonzalez has gone over at least 1 total base. So, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to bet. But I will tell you that Romy Gonzalez's odds to homer tonight are plus 600. His odds to have more than 1 hit in this game tonight are plus 195. His odds to have more than 1 total base in this game are plus 110. And his odds for an RBI are plus 150. Out of all of those, I think I like the total bases the most. So that may be my lock of the game. But I just want to say that rather than get real specific here, I'm just going to tell you, I think Romy Gonzalez is going to have a big night. Okay? Fair enough. Bet it, don't bet it, fade or follow. You do whatever you want to. It's a free country. As for that, now it's time for the New England Chevy Dealers question of the day. Together We Drive. Listen in for that during the broadcast tonight, as they will be talking about this very good question. And that question is, what role would you like to see Peyton Tolle in for a potential postseason series? And the options are starter or reliever. And I'm surprised by the results of this poll so far. 211 people have voted so far. And while starter is leading by a lot, it's only 75-25. I thought it would be closer to like 99 to maybe 1%. And I don't even know who'd be voting in that 1%. Peyton Tolle right now is your number 4 starter. I mean, that's, you don't really have a lot of other options there. You've already moved some guys to the bullpen. One of them you had to release. The other one, I don't know. And we'll see what happens with Dustin May. It's not like he's had some great transition to the bullpen either. But Walker Buehler, I mean, he transitioned to the bullpen, and then he transitioned to the Philadelphia Phillies after that, after he got released. So there's certain ways of looking at this where, yeah, maybe Peyton Tolle, depending on how these next couple of starts go, you look at him and you think, yeah, maybe this guy's better suited for the bullpen. But even if that's true, who's better suited in the rotation? Nobody. I don't think anybody is. I don't know who's better suited to be a starter on this team right now. Lenny and I just talked about Cooper Criswell. There's Kyle Harrison, who's got this maybe ankle injury, maybe not. Cora said, no, it's actually not that bad. We just didn't want to call him up. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But as for me, I mean, I'd definitely be voting starter here. And I'm surprised that it's only 75%. I thought it'd be higher. I'm not surprised that that's the winning option. I just thought it would be more than that because just looking at the state of this team's rotation right now, they've got to figure out what they're going to do with that number 4 slot. They don't, I guess number 4 slot, because this is Tolle now with the number 5. They don't really need to figure out what they're doing with Tolle yet. And we'll see how he looks tonight. Because again, that start against Pittsburgh, he looked great. Pittsburgh strikes out a ton. The Diamondbacks, the top 5 in this roster, are good, and they hit lefties well. And Toley's going to have to really battle through this one. And he's not going to have all the energy and the adrenaline of his first ever start. And he's also not going to have Fenway crowd behind him. Now, hopefully, he'll be able to be a self-starter and get his own energy going and all of that. And I hope that he does, because he's going to need it out there in Arizona. And the Red Sox definitely need to take care of business here in this series and on this entire road trip. These are teams the Red Sox are better than. They have to go out and show it. I'm Christian Arcan. This has been the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. First Pitch with Will Fleming and Lenny DiNardo coming your way next, right here on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You can't count on much these days.
No way, Jim. This is incredible.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Here we go. This time for real.
Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship game.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today and count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you, the gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Your home is a reflection of you. Who you choose to do your roofing, siding, windows, and doors matters. For 25 years, Henderson Roofing has served homeowners in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Founded and run by John Henderson himself. They pair quality materials with expert work. Just ask the thousands of homeowners who've given them 5-star reviews. Henderson Roofing, the partner you and your family can trust. Henderson-roofing.com for your free estimate. That's Henderson-roofing.com.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Pour Downy in the rinse straight.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
Some people follow the rules, but where's the fun in that? I'm Soraya, and this is Rule Breakers, the podcast where we celebrate the rebels, the risk takers, and the ones who make their own way. Every week, I sit down with the boldest voices in sports, entertainment, and beyond to talk about breaking barriers, defying expectations, and rewriting the rules. No limits, no apologies, just real talk. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya, an Odyssey podcast available now for free on the Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action. This is Red Sox Baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios.
Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over.
And the Red Sox win.
Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about Subaru. SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo's pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan, sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James, Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella, here for good.
Red Sox win again.
Buy Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
Well, they just yelled at and A-Rod are having words, and now they're in a fight.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on. New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Roman reigns supreme.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Lenny DiNardo.
Good evening and welcome to the Valley of the Sun. Phoenix, Arizona, the home of the Diamondbacks, where tonight, under a closed roof on a lovely Friday night, the Boston Red Sox play the first of a three-game weekend series with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Along with Lenny DiNardo, I'm Will Fleming. The Red Sox split their just-gone homestand with the Pirates in town, and tonight they look to get some momentum going. They are firmly in a playoff position. First of three with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Tonight it is a second look at Peyton Tolley against our old friend Eduardo Rodriguez as the Red Sox look to fully turn the page with life after Roman Anthony. The Diamondbacks are on the fringes of the National League wildcard race. They were sellers at the deadline trying to find their new identity. And tonight they start longtime Red Sox man Erod against Peyton Tolley. Lenny DiNardo, the Red Sox, a little wobbly at the end of the homestand in their first couple of games without Roman Anthony. And I think it's on the veterans, Bregman, Story, and others to really set the tone here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if you can call this team one thing, it's been resilient. Everything that's happened through this season in regards to injuries, you know, they dealt Rafael Devers, they've bounced back continually, so it's going to be another chance for them to go out there and prove that they're still a good ball club without Roman Anthony. But it's tough because you can see what he's done since he's come on the scene. This Red Sox club has done a wonderful job. They were 4 games below 500 when he showed up, and now you look where they're at, fighting for a playoff spot.
Roman Anthony was such a breath of fresh air. He was an infusion of energy. They're not going to have him for at least the next month, but they do have Peyton Tolley, and this guy has produced so much energy and electricity. He's only made one start. He's already, Lenny, becoming kind of a cult hero in Boston. I'm excited to watch him in his second start in a Red Sox uniform. What stood out to you in his first start?
Oh, the fact that he was pounding the strike zone. He was having fun out there. He didn't show any nerves whatsoever, bouncing on and off the field, using his stuff in and outside the strike zone. At certain points in the game, he started to spray his fastball, but he would dial it right in. So making in-game adjustments like that for a pitcher that was in high A to start the year speaks volumes about what he is as far as talent.
It has been a meteoric rise for Peyton Tolley, the young man making his second ever big league start, his first on the road, and he will take the ball against the Diamondbacks, who come in a game below 500, 70 up and 71 down. Meantime, the Red Sox 15 games above 500. They come into play today a half game behind the New York Yankees, who are, by the way, getting blown out at Yankee Stadium by the Toronto Blue Jays. This is the time of year, Lenny, that it's so fun to watch the scoreboard and sort of size up the competition. The Red Sox very much have designs on still competing for the American League East Division title. Blue Jays blasting the Yankees tonight. Eyes on the Rangers, the Royals, everybody else on the fringes of this wild card race. But the Red Sox feel very good that they will be in the postseason. It's on Tolley, Bayo, Giolito, and of course Garrett Crochet to see whether or not they can really be a factor for the American League East.
Yeah, they need to pick up where they left off the last road trip. They were 7-1. They went to New York and Baltimore, played great baseball. Now they're on the West Coast playing Arizona. You're going to go into Oakland after this little 6-game trip. So yeah, you got to go out there and play good baseball in all facets. It starts with the pitching. Totally tonight. And when they're inside the strike zone, competing inside the strike zone, going right after these hitters, that's when they're at their best. And hopefully the offense can score a few off E-Rod tonight.
Peyton Tolley is the guy you just cannot take your eyes off of. We're excited to see him on the mound here under the closed roof in Arizona tonight. Lineups and so much more to come. But first, the national anthem brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one. Light show is underway under the closed roof at Chase Field in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. The Red Sox and the Diamondbacks, game one of a 3-game series. Alex Cora is going to bring the lineup card out for the Sox. Red Sox will lead off with Jarren Duran. We'll bring you the lineups in a moment. Without Anthony, Lenny, I think that is a big question that needs answering. Duran, for so much of his career, has been a dynamic, electrifying leadoff hitter. Against righties especially, he will lead off almost every night for the Red Sox. Eduardo Rodriguez has reverse splits. Lefties actually hit him better than do righties. And I think the top of the order, the tone setting in front of Bregman and Story becomes a really important storyline from now until the end of this regular season.
It really does. And when you're a lefty facing a lefty, you have to think about driving the ball the other way, seeing it deep. But first and foremost, you got to be patient against a guy like Eduardo Rodriguez. He's at the highest walks per 9 innings of his career, highest hits per 9 innings of his career. Get a good pitch inside the strike zone and think about driving it to the gaps. If you do that, you will be successful. But it starts with getting a good pitch to hit, because he will put batters on.
Meanwhile, this Diamondbacks club, they were sellers at the deadline. Merrill Kelly now starting for the Texas Rangers, trying to grasp any hope of a final wild card spot. They have a dynamic top of the order, Lenny. I mean, Peyton Tolley is going to make his second big league start, but between Marte, Perdomo, and Corbin Carroll, it's hard to find a better top three almost anywhere in baseball, and that's the real test for Peyton tonight.
Yeah, I mean, really the first five, if you look all the way down to Blaze Alexander, these guys can do damage if you allow them to do it. And then after that, starting with Vargas, it starts to slow down quite a bit. Those are guys that you have to be careful with. You can get through the first part of the order. There's a little bit of breathing room, 6 through 9. So, again, going out, pounding the strike zone, pitching to his strengths rather than their weaknesses, because he's got good enough stuff to compete against any big league club.
Speed Report brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today. Check out the latest deals. You talked about it. Eddie Rodriguez, he's got such a long relationship with the Red Sox, with Alex Cora. A lot of the peripheral numbers are down for Eddie, and the velocity has really dipped for this left-hander. Lenny, how do the Red Sox tonight take advantage of him?
I think you got to be patient first and foremost. Be patient. He doesn't want to go out there and walk a ton of hitters. So if you're patient, go out there and get a good pitch to hit. He's going to want to come in the zone, and you got to be ready. Throws his changeup about 20% of the time, and you mentioned his fastball is averaging about 92 miles an hour. He's going to get 89 to 92, somewhere right there. But he's going to make the changeup his best pitch. If you can go and not swing at that down below the strike zone, you will be successful.
He's got some light blue sleeves down to his wrists here tonight. They've got their City Connect on Los Serpientes, the Snakes, on a Friday night in Arizona. Eddie signed a huge free agent contract, and quite frankly, he has not lived up to it. Here in Arizona, the Red Sox have a chance to take advantage of him tonight. The Morgan & Morgan starting lineups brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. The Red Sox will start it off with Duran, who's in left field. Bregman bats second. He's the third baseman. Then Trevor Story bats third as the shortstop. Romy Gonzalez cleans up. He's the second baseman, with Rest Snyder, the DH, batting fifth. Nathaniel Lowe gets the start. Again, lefties do handle Erod very well. He's at first base. Then Nate Eaton in right field, batting seventh. Cedon in center, and Narvaez catches and bats ninth. That's the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. Here is Jarren Duran. Red Sox in the Friday night Reds above gray pants. Rodriguez throws. Jarren takes a ball outside. We're underway. That was a fastball that missed off the plate. 6:40 p.m. 96 outside, but the beautiful closed roof here at Chase Field. 76 degrees. The 1-0 fouled straight back. And it's 1-1. Time attempt brought to you by Hatfield. Better care and better port. It's a good thing they've got a roof here in the desert. 20 degrees more pleasant.
It's a dry heat, right?
Well, it is. It's actually quite delightful outside right now.
When you walk by an oven, it's also a dry heat.
1-1 to Jarren is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Sox looking to get off to a good start on this road trip. Phoenix and Sacramento. Duran, 260, 14 homers, 77 driven in. Arches his back toward the first base dugout. Rodriguez's 1-2 pitch is swung on and driven into the gap in left center field, but it'll hang up and be caught out there in left. And Duran, a little line drive caught by Barossa, and there's one away.
I tell you what, I don't mind the approach. You know, seeing the ball deep. You got the 2 strikes with him, but again, that line drive, taking it the other way. If you can do that continually, you will get to Erod eventually.
Now Alex Bregman really looking to break out of an offensive slump. He bats with 1 down in this first inning. Rodriguez throws, and Bregman takes strike 1 on the outside corner. The home plate umpires, Junior Valentine, Gibson at first base, Marvin Hudson at second, and Ryan Blakeney in the rocking chair at third. The 0-1 is outside. Bregman, who for so much of the year was right around or above 300, has seen his average dip to 281. 16 homers, 54 driven in. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good changeup there from Rodriguez, the pitch that he was talking about in the open. Bregman could not lay off, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Alex is 5 for 48 his last 12 games.
So unusual for him. He's been such a winning player in August and September. Here he swings and very belatedly fouls one off on the first base side. It stays 1-2.
He's making some hard contact last homestand. He's taking pitches outside the strike zone. I think that's the key for him to break out, is not chase outside the zone. Sometimes when you're going through little mini slumps like this, you try to do too much and you start expanding.
1-2 to Bregman. Here's the pitch, and it is high and tight. Fastball. That was the count, 2-2. Rodriguez, this year 6-8 with a 5.4 ERA. His second year with the D-backs. Amazing, 10 years in the big leagues. The man who really made a name for himself with Red Sox on his chest. And time is now called. Is that a violation on Bregman? No. On Erod, I think it's 3-2 now. Rodriguez was not ready to go, and that runs the count full.
Well, he did step off the rubber, and then he called the violation right after.
3-2 to Bregman, swinging a high fly down the right field line, back and toward the corner, on the run, and able to make the play out there is Carroll, and Bregman gave it a slicing ride, but he is retired, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, that ball was close to getting out of the ballpark. He saw that ball deep, was able to get to it. Again, continually hitting the ball hard, but just nothing to show for it.
He has had some bad luck in this stretch. And now 2 down with the bases empty for Trevor Story. Of course, this here in Arizona is the closest ballpark to Trevor's hometown, rather Alex's hometown of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here's Story, who chops one softly on the left side of the infield. It is handled and thrown to first by the shortstop Perdomo, and Story and the Red Sox go down in order in the first. Peyton Tolley time when we return to Arizona after this. No score, half an inning in the books in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Here we go.
Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
This is incredible.
Watch your local NFL game live all season long.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
Your home is a reflection of you. Who you choose to do your roofing, siding, windows, and doors matters. For 25 years, Henderson Roofing has served homeowners in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Founded and run by John Henderson himself. They pair quality materials with expert work. Just ask the thousands of homeowners who've given them 5-star reviews. Henderson Roofing, the partner you and your family can trust. Henderson-roofing.com for your free estimate. That's Henderson-roofing.com.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Peyton Tolley's second start in the big leagues about to begin. He throws a fastball that's popped up high into left center field. Jaron Duran races over after a few steps. He reaches up and makes the play. And on one pitch, there's one away.
Not waiting around at all. Very aggressive lineup.
I think they know, Lenny, having watched him against the Pirates, Tolley's going to challenge. He's going to pump fastballs. He's aggressive. And I think the Snakes will counter in the same manner. Here's Geraldo Perdomo. Top 3 in the Arizona lineup are awesome. Here's the pitch to him, and it's fastball up and away for ball 1. Tolley, in his big league debut at Fenway Park, was absolutely electrifying. Did not allow any runs while he was on the mound. 2 scored after he left the ball game. The 1-0 is right there. Fastball for his strike. And it's 1-1. He went 5 1/3 innings through 84 pitches, and that's going to be his limit from now to the end. They are not going to risk his long-term future, as exciting as he is, and as much as they're very much driving for the playoffs and the AL East. 1-1, the pitch, down and in. It was really dropped by Carlos Narvaez. It was very awkward looking there, almost kind of like a cross-up as a fastball was pulled inside, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, the fastball 97 had a little bit of cut, which is his secondary pitch that he typically goes to.
2-1, way high and outside. He missed badly with a heater. It's 3-1. He's got the big bushy mustache going again. He holds his red glove guarding most of his face, and he attacks. 3-1. Here's the pitch, and it is right there. Fastball, 96 on the corner. It's 3-2.
He's the youngest left-handed pitcher to make his debut for the Red Sox since Erod back in 15.
The baseball gods do it again. 3-2. He throws. Chopper foul outside of third. He struck out 8 in 5 1/3 innings. And I really, Lenny, cannot remember a guy who this quickly endeared himself and became beloved to Red Sox Nation.
I mean, he just has that electric personality. He's very honest. He's very honest with how happy he is to pitch in the big leagues. I mean, why not? You were an A-ball a few months ago. Now look where you're at now.
Quickly into the wind, the 3-2 pitch. Foul on the first base side. He was bouncing around. Got to the ballpark at 1 o'clock before his big league debut. Took it all in. Alex Cora made sure he soaked it all in. Of course, mixed emotions for him. A guy who lost his young mother a couple years ago as the 3-2's fouled off on the third base side. His father and brother were at his major league debut, storming around, striking guys out left and right. And as he walked off the mound, he looked to his dad and then looked to the heavens to say, "Mom, you're here with me." 3-2. He throws. Swinging a high drive into left center field. This thing is crushed. It's back at the track. It's at the wall, and it is gone. A homer for Geraldo Perdomo. And right away, the Diamondbacks lead it 1-0.
Tell you what this Arizona Diamondbacks club does. The first 5 guys in the lineup have that power pop potential. If you leave something over the middle, they will do damage. And that ball was crushed just to the left of the 413 sign. You always remember your first home run as a pitcher in the big leagues. Mine was Melvin Mora, Baltimore Orioles, absolutely, at Fenway Park.
Right-handed hitter, held the bat straight up and down.
Had about 23 kids, I think.
And a homer off you.
Yep.
So a run in with 1 out. Here's a looping line drive off the bat of Corbin Carroll in there for a hit. And so Tolle, his first real adversity as a big league pitcher. Homer and a hit. Carroll at first. Here's Gabriel Moreno. I mean, Tolle gets way down the mound. 7.5 feet extension, really as good as you can do. A guy who's 6'6". He really jumps on hitters, but a little rattled right now. Here is Moreno, right-handed hitter against Tolle, and he takes outside for ball 1.
Yeah, you're right. He's in the 99th percentile as far as extension, and this is his second start in the big leagues, but his real first test as far as a quality offensive club. Pitching out of a little trouble right here. Let's see if he can make the adjustment.
1-0. High drive into left field. Duran back at the track. He is there with room to make the play just off the end of the bat for Moreno, and they're 2 down.
This is where your secondary stuff comes into effect. Yes, you're 98, 99 with your fastball, but that's right down the middle at 96. You have to make them uncomfortable in the box. The cutter can do that, especially in against righties. But last time out, he sprinkled in a changeup and a slider, a sinker, and a curveball. But, you know, very, very little of those pitches.
Here's Blaze Alexander, who's 239 with 7 homers and 21 driven in. Right-handed hitter, and Tolle checks in on Carroll over at first. Corbin Carroll is one of the great players in the game. 23 steals. 1 home run shy of 30 with 71 driven in. There's on a breakout season a year ago. Carroll's running. The pitch is outside and dropped by Narvaez. And we probably didn't have a chance at Carroll down at second.
Yeah, Peyton Tolle wasn't really quick as far as getting into his motion. Pretty high leg kick for a guy that's a burner at first base. That's something the Red Sox are going to have to talk to him about. He's going to have to work in a slide step every now and then.
1-0, Carroll dancing around at second. 1-0 Arizona. The pitch way outside. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Couple of cutters that have missed. Diamondbacks won 89 games a year ago. They won the wild card, made a deep run in the playoffs. 2-0. Tolley throws. Swing and a foul back. That is a true challenge fastball at 95 in the center of the plate. Alexander missed it, and it's 2-1.
You don't want to live in that part of the quadrant right there, right down the middle. You're going to get hurt, especially against this lineup. You have to be able to command those on the inner and outer half.
2-1 to Alexander. Tolley throws way outside. That was a curveball that missed badly. And it is 3-1. 2 seasons ago, they were in the World Series, lost in 5 to the Texas Rangers. 3-1. That is ball 4. He missed outside with a cut fastball, and Tolley is not quite sharp here tonight. Run in, 2 on, 2 out. That'll bring up Ildemaro Vargas and Andrew Bailey to the mound.
Yeah, this is a good trip right here for the young ball player standing on the mound. He needs to go out there and take a deep breath. Andrew's going to reassure him that he's okay. Go out there, get back to what makes him effective. Pounding the strike zone, being aggressive in the zone, but making sure that you're making this offense uncomfortable at the plate. Right now, they're free swinging, hitting the ball hard. You got to do something to keep them off of that fastball. Big league hitters can get to fastballs. You got to show something different with movement.
Well, the Red Sox, Lowe is at first, Romy at second, with Story at short and Bregman at third. As you know, Duran in left, Cedon in center, with the Red Sox rolling Nate Eaton out in right field. Defensive alignment brought to you by the Baldwin Group. Here is Ildemaro Vargas. Tolley at the belt. Pickoff plays on at second, and he skies a throw that's caught with a leap. Romy at second. Carlos Narvaez is the catcher, and I think Romy had something break on his glove when he leapt up to make that play. He's going to go to the dugout and get a new mitt. Different environment for Tolley. I mean, he was just electrifying on the mound. But this is a little different. I mean, the Red Sox do need a good road trip. They come in atop the wild card standings, just behind the New York Yankees. But after the loss of Roman Anthony, a really sloppy loss Wednesday at home, looking for a good one here. Here is the pitch to Vargas, and it's a strike on the inside corner. Good one there from Tolley, 0-1.
You know, Tolley made his debut in Worcester this year and actually gave it up a little bit. Gave up a grand slam early on in the first inning, was able to dial in and make the adjustments from there. He's going to have to do the same here tonight.
0-1. Popped up on the first base side, fouled. Narvaez dives and he can't get it. Playing it's 0-2. Yeah, there was not a double play turn behind him, and then a grand slam and another homer. And after that, he really settled in and started missing a lot of bats.
Yeah, so that's what he's going to have to do. You know, making adjustments, in-game adjustments, being able to say, okay, these guys are free swingers. They're hitting the fastball if I leave it down the middle. If you're a lefty facing righties like this at bat right here, you got to keep your front side closed and really extend out towards their back knee.
0-2. Run in for the D-backs. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch. They go. Pitch is chopped on the left side. Bregman to his left gloves. On the run. Throws to first in time. Nicely done. And that should settle Tolley down. A homer for Perdomo. And that's all. The Snakes leave 2. After 1, they lead 1-0 on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Friday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Romy Gonzalez leads it off as we go to the second inning. 1-0 Arizona, and Romy looks at a pitch that misses outside for ball one. Romy is on a tear. He's up to 302 again. 8 homers, 44 driven in. Right-handed hitter is Rodriguez throws. Romy takes a strike on the outside corner. It's interesting, Rodriguez does have reverse splits. That's why they load him up with lefties, but I think Romy and Refsnet are very happy to see the southpaw Rodriguez. The pitch is cued foul on the first base side. Now to play, it's 1-2.
Yeah, Romy's seeing watermelons right now. I don't care if you're lefties or righties. He's in the midst of a 7th game hit streak, 13 for 29 in that time span.
Second longest hitting streak of his career. When he's hot, it can carry on. 1-2. Here's the pitch, and that is low. It's so fun to watch a comfortable hitter, Lenny, and that's what Romy is right now. The takes are easy. He's totally locked in. 2-2. Swinging a line drive up the middle into center field. He stays locked in, and he is aboard to begin the second.
Yeah, you are 100% correct. He took that changeup, didn't even move, just kind of lifted his leg, hand stayed back, and then he got his fastball right down the middle, hit it right back to Erod. 87. Talk about Erod's velocity, not quite where it used to be.
Rodriguez signed a massive 4-year free agent deal with the Diamondbacks. And now he faces Rob Refsnyder, the lefty slayer. Pitch is inside and up. That's a fastball to miss, ball one. Jordan Lawler, the guy they picked in the draft at the Red Sox, netted Marcelo Myers at third base, Perdomo at short, Marte at second with Locklear at first. Eddie looks that way, and the 1-0 to Refsnyder is outside. Called a strike. That should not have been. And it is 1-1.
Another little bit of trivia. The Red Sox offered Erod, and he turned down their qualifying offer, and that's what allowed them to get the pick that netted Roman Anthony.
A deal the Red Sox would make 500 times out of 100 as Refsnyder swings and misses. Now a fastball, and it is 1-2. Isn't that amazing? I mean, the picks for Pivetta and Rodriguez have gotten them young stars. 1 on, none out. 1-2 to Refsnyder. Here's the pitch. High fastball. I mean, he's never going to offer it that ever. Refsnyder, who I think, other than Anthony, is the best hitter on the Red Sox to get from a 2-strike count into an advantageous spot. And now 2-2.
Yeah, that pitch is probably 25 inches above the strike zone, non-competitive. It's not really a purpose pitch whatsoever.
2-2. Pitch is just outside. That was very similar to the one that was called a strike, but this time no call for Rodriguez, and it's 3-2. I don't know about you, Lenny, but against Refsnyder with Rodriguez, I might consider putting Romy in motion right here.
Absolutely. Do everything you can right here.
Rodriguez sets. Not running. The pitch is swung on and missed. He was very late there on a fastball. You know, you really don't see that often from Refsnyder, but he strikes out at a fastball, and there's one away. I don't know what he was thinking about Romy. One down, here's Nathaniel Lowe. We take 10 seconds. Station ID, Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming, Lenny DiNardo. First pitch to Nathaniel Lowe, misses way outside from Rodriguez, and it's 1-0. Lowe with the Red Sox has really been quite a revelation. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch. Inside fastball, and it's 2-0. He escaped DC, and he's been brilliant since his arrival with the Red Sox. 324 in 13 games, couple homers and 8 driven in.
He seems to have that clutch gene as soon as he came on the scene.
You're a poet, you didn't know it. They throw to first as Romy's back to the bag.
One thing we don't really mention often about Romy, we've got a lot of burners on this club, guys that can take bags, but Romy's definitely one of them. He's got some wheels out there if he can get in motion.
2-0. Lowe takes the ball way outside. It is 3-0. He has really enjoyed Arizona. 300 hitter in 21 games against them. He's going to be very selective here. 3-0. Rodriguez throws, and Lowe takes a strike on the bottom part of the zone over the heart of the plate, and it's 3-1. This home plate umpire takes forever to signal balls or strikes. It's Junior Valentine. 3-1 to Lowe. Pitch. Swinging a high drive in a deep right center field. It is way back, and it is off the wall. Romy comes to third. He's going to score. Lowe's around second. He will head to third. Stand-up triple that ties the game. Lowe thought it was out of here. It just banged off the wall, and we are knotted at 1 in Arizona.
I tell you what, Nathaniel Lowe fell into the Red Sox lap. Can you imagine releasing this guy? DFAing this guy, letting him get off your roster? This is incredible what he's done offensively for the Red Sox. Just continues to drive the baseball.
I mean, how many career triples does Nathaniel Lowe have?
Cannot have many.
Took a wild bounce off the wall. It's his 13th career triple, and now 7 years in the big leagues. Infield halfway for Nate Eaton. Pitch is low from Rodriguez, 1-0. Nate thought that was gone. I mean, he posed. He thought he crushed that ball. The interesting thing is that's the really deepest part of the ballpark, right center field, 413, the 1-0. Ayton grounds one on the right side, and that will not get the job done. Throw from Marte to first. And Nathaniel stays at third, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, he's not exactly fleet of foot, so to speak, Nathaniel Lowe. I mean, that ball caromed off the wall, almost out of the ballpark. That's the only reason he was able to get to third base.
He thought it was out, so did I.
He was kind of chuckling after that ground out, too, like thinking, there's no way I'm going on that.
No chance. But a really important response for the Red Sox. Here's Cedon. Lowe still at third with 2 down. Pitch. Foul on the first base side. That was a fastball at the top of the zone. 105 off the bat for Lowe. Cedon put on an absolute spectacle in batting practice today. One bomb after another. 0-1 the pitch. Down and in. Eddie tried to get him with a cut fastball. He appeals, no swing, not even close, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, right. When Rafaela gets hot, he's got the knack for making a contact when they need it the most.
By the way, that ball that Lowe hit, a homer in 26 of the 30 major league ballparks. 1-1. Cedon swings and misses. He'd like that pitch back. I mean, that was right there. 90 miles an hour in the center of the plate. And it is 1-2. Tied at 1 in the second. Lowe at third. Pitch. Check swing. He went around, and Rafaela is gone. Red Sox tied the game on a Nathaniel Lowe triple. Was out in most places, but not here. 1-1. Bottom 2. Tolley back to the mound. After this on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When we go to the bottom of the second inning, Peyton Tolley is now pitching in the tie game. It's 1-1. Jordan Lawler, highly renowned hitter, right-hander, takes strike one. From Tolley on the inside corner, cut fastball on its 0-1. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers, Lexus of Sharon and Lexus of Hingham.
Yeah, Lawler, number 1 prospect and number 4 in MLB's top 100. Only batting .061 currently.
He takes another strike on the outside corner from Tolley, and it's 0-2.
This is the part of the order we can breathe a little bit, still have to pitch effectively, go right after these hitters.
Really good curveball there from Peyton. 0-2. He throws. High fly foul on the first base side. And out of play. When the Red Sox had the very difficult 2020 season, the COVID summer, they picked 4th overall, and they very much considered this kid, Jordan Lawler. Fastball up and away, misses, and it's 1-2. That was the year, of course, that they took Marcelo Meyer 4th overall. 2 picks later, the D-backs took this guy, Jordan Lawler. 1-2, the pitch. Way outside. He does not have the curveball yet at all. And, of course, as Tolley came through the minor leagues, that was the book on him. Electric fastball, explodes on hitters, but the secondary pitches, very much a work in progress. 2-2 to Lawler. The pitch is driven deep into right field, way back on it. Eaton at the track. He can't get it. It bounces off the track and over the wall for a leadoff double.
Well, that's what happens. You show that you don't have a secondary pitch. Your curveball's not over. They're spitting on that when they see spin. They're looking for the fastball in the zone. That was 89, little cutter off the outer half, off the plate actually. Did a good job of seeing it deep and driving it the other way.
That bounced into the pool that they've got out in right center field. Hot tub. Looked like Big Brother pushed his sister in right after the baseball. Not very nice. Nor was that from Lawler. So, Tolley is not nearly as sharp here tonight. There's Tyler Locklear, right-handed hitter. The pitch, that's a fastball up and away. And he's just not getting ahead of hitters, Lenny, at all.
Yeah, it's looking like he's just not finishing his pitches, fastball included. That's 95 up and away. He's got to sit deep over the rubber a little bit longer and think about expanding inside against these righties for the adjustment.
1-0, he looks to second. Pitch. That's a really good one. Looked like a changeup there, and it was fanned by Locklear, and it's 1-1. Really cut fastball there. Leadoff man at second. Tie game in the bottom of the second. Outfield very deep. The pitch. Swinging a foul. That was an excellent pitch on the hands. And it's 1-2.
Yeah, that was effectively located. 95 right on the hands right there. You have to show that to make sure your cutter and your changeup are effective. Showing in, very important. It was a good adjustment.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. I mean, not even close. He does not have the curveball so far. It's way up and away to these right-handed hitters. Easy takes.
When you throw a curveball and everything's arm side up and away and you're not finishing it, as a pitcher, you need to think about bouncing it down on the ground to make that adjustment.
2-2. At the belt he throws. And a swing and a soft ground ball on the left side. Bregman cuts in front of Story. Gloves. Throws to first just in time to get Locklear. On the play, Lawler is over to third. You know that Tolley was thinking strikeout there. It's hard, though, with only 1 pitch that's dialed in. And with a runner at third and 1 down, here's Jorge Barrosa.
Yeah, it's difficult to be competitive when they know what's coming. If you're not controlling anything else other than that fastball, they're going to be sitting there ready for it and waiting.
1 down, infield in with a runner at third. Here's Barrosa. Pitch is just inside with a fastball. Cutter, and it is 1-0. I mean, ordinarily you might be thinking about some small ball here, 9-hole hitter, maybe a little safety squeeze situation. 1-0. There it is. Popped up, straight back and foul. And out of play. Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer. For every Red Sox strikeout this season, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Arbella's here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. Well, the problem for the Red Sox is that Ketel Marte, Geraldo Perdomo, and Corbin Carroll loom. This is an enormous hitter here for Tolley. Barrosa. 1-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. That was excellent. Dropped by Narvaez. But big time 95-mile-an-hour four-seamer, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, you're starting to see that adjustment, getting the fastball inside to these righties. That's very important. If you can make that adjustment with the curveball, it's going to help.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield in. Tolley's ready. He throws. And a fastball high. A lot of that. Just unfinished pitches, kind of high arm side mistakes from Tolley.
Yeah, he's flying open with his glove side just a little prematurely. He needs to keep that closed.
He
a
worked
bit longer.
So quickly. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. That's the 194 center of the plate. He exhales an enormous first strikeout. Brought to you by Weichert Realtors. When you hire a Weichert agent, you can be sure you got a partner who will guide you every step of the way. Weichert, dream, move, home.
That's exactly what you need to do against a 9-hole hitter right there. Just attack inside. Let your best bullet beat him.
Here's Ketel Marte, one of the great hitters in the National League. He takes a strike on the outside corner. He looked at the heavens as if he was thinking about something else there. And a fastball, and it's 0-1. 1-1, runner at third with 2 down in this second inning. The pitch fouled off on the first base side into the seats. And Tolley's got a chance here at a Houdini act. It's 0-2.
Yeah, good job with the first 2 pitches, both 97. That ball was fouled off. You want to think about throwing something different than the fastball right here. The problem is nothing's been consistent.
0-2 is just outside. Tried a curveball. That was the best he's thrown. It was a ball. And it's 1-2. Marte was for the second straight year the starting second baseman for the National League in the All-Star game. Got to get him here. The 1-2 swing and a foul dropped by Narvaez. It actually got a bite of the home plate umpire Junior Valentine there. And it stays 1-2.
Another good fastball, 97 on the inner half right there. You can only get away with throwing so many of those before he's going to start to do damage. It's a good spot for maybe a changeup down and away, a cutter off the plate, breaking back on, even a back foot cutter, something different than that fastball.
1-2. Pitch to the backstop. Narvaez has no chance, and a wild pitch is going to give Arizona the lead. And that was a changeup that was absolutely to the moon, and the Snakes have a 1-run lead.
Yeah, just not feeling comfortable with really any of his secondary pitches. 89, nowhere near the strike zone that time. Almost looks like he slipped out of his hand.
I mean, the misses have been enormous. And now the Diamondbacks have the lead back. It is 2-2 to Marte, one of the great sort of unknown stars in the game. Pitch driven deep and foul down the left field line. Ketel Marte, and in Phoenix, the time zone, the market, nobody really discusses the D-backs. They were in the spotlight a couple of years ago, that World Series run. This guy's got the second best OPS among second place hitters in the game, behind only Aaron Judge. 2-2, fouled on the first base side, now to play. I mean, he's just a fabulous player. 25 homers and 64 driven in.
He's your starting second baseman for the NL All-Star team this year.
Feet close together, deep in the box. 2-2. Tolley throws. Grounded foul, out of play. I can say this definitively, Lenny. First of all, they're going to be careful with him. He's got 45 pitches thrown. He will not throw many more than 85. But we know this right now. He does not have it, Tolley, tonight. He just doesn't.
No. His location's not quite there with really any of the pitches.
2-2 is fouled off. And these Diamondbacks hitters are really making him work. That was a changeup that's fouled off, and it's a total battle for him right now. Chris Murphy was called up today. Jordan Hicks went on the injured list with a shoulder strain. And it seems almost certain we'll see Murphy tonight. The 2-2 fouled off on the third base side. It was electric, explosive stuff from Tolley his first time, and it is not tonight.
Well, you knew it was going to be a test. This isn't your Pittsburgh Pirates. The Arizona Diamondbacks are a quality offense. They've been doing damage against pitchers all season. Power numbers are there, average is there.
Well, and Marte is about to see his 11th pitch. Not good. 48th of the night is swung on and fouled back. Just a total battle. He reared back, did Tolley, 98. Grimacing a little bit. It's 2-2. I mean, Lenny, it'd be a miracle tonight if he got through 4 innings.
He looked back towards his infield right there, kind of put his hands up in the air like, I don't know what to throw.
What can I do? 2-2 pitch. Not even close. I mean, that's a changeup that misses way outside, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, at the big league level, you have to have more than one pitch. You got to be able to command more than 1, 2, or 3 if you're a starter at least.
Payoff. And down and in. He walked him. And he totally yanked that fastball. And what an at-bat by Marte. He takes a 13-pitch walk. And Andrew Bailey, really more than anything, trying to buy Tolley some time, is out to the mound.
There's some obvious frustration from the young pitcher right now. He's trying to settle him down. The body language is basically saying, all right, I don't know what to do at this point. Got to slow the heartbeat, get back to what you do effectively. It's a mechanical adjustment when you come to commanding pitches. When the release point's not consistent, you got to think about splitting the plate with your changeup, splitting the plate with your cutter. But with the fastball, you're able to get that in. It's only effective if you can do that.
Entire infield joins Andrew Bailey on the mound. $2.47 a pound. It's time to be grilling boneless chicken today at Shaw's and Star Market. Get value pack all natural Signature Farms boneless chicken breast with thighs. $2.47. I mean, this was the book on Tolley. He's had this meteoric rise through the minor leagues. Would the secondary stuff be good enough? And tonight, it absolutely is not. For the last month at AAA, it really took a major turn. That's why he got the call up. But tonight, he does not have anything other than the fastball. Trying to grind through. 2-1 Diamondbacks, and now time again called. Amazing. Ketel Marte walks. Perdomo was in the box, and twice now Tolley's been told, don't throw without making eye contact to the hitter. 1 on, 1 in. The pitch. Driven deep and foul down the left field line. Perdomo was ready to go right there on a breaking pitch, but he yanked it foul, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, when you throw a cutter inside, that's kind of what you're looking for. You know, you throw Gary Sheffield those all day long, hoping it goes foul, and hopefully it opens up the outer half in the bottom part of the zone.
0-1. Line drive in a center field, down for a base hit. Really more of a blooper than anything. Marte round second. Cedon throws to third, and they did not get him. And they want to look, does Alex Bregman. They think Alex does, that he slid through the bag with the tag on. Now, I think Marte might think he's out. Red Sox will look into the video room. Alex Squirrel looking into the dugout. They will look, and Mike Brentley's going to overturn this call.
Yeah, I've never seen Alex Bregman so confident. He basically pointed to the dugout and started walking towards the dugout as soon Oh, he's way off, yeah.
And Marte might be hurt, too, by the way.
Boston is challenging the safe call at third base.
He was safe originally, but then Alex got him on the foot when he was 2 feet off the bag. Not even close. It's really, I mean, look, umpiring is hard, but Ryan Blakeney's got to be better than that. I mean, he was a foot off the bag with Bregman's glove on his foot.
Yeah, not even close.
So this will be quickly overturned. Listen to this crowd. Are you kidding me? I mean, this is 75% Red Sox fans. We noticed it today walking around. There is look at the people standing and how much red and green is in this crowd here tonight. This should take almost no time.
The call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Boston will retain their challenge.
So nice play by Rafaela and Bregman, and man, is that huge to get totally off the hook with Carroll looming and due up to hit next. 2-1 after 2. Arizona leads on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
Once upon a dismal day, Bob's ice cream van looked gloomy and gray. Although he had big ambitions, his socials lacked creative vision.
That bad?
Maybe vamp it up a tad?
I have an idea.
Bob launched Canva and got into gear.
Create the video in the vampire theme and make it the funniest SME.
It went viral. Bob's business, a revival. Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at canva.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service. Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction. Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends. Give me a
Do the do.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Carlos Narvaez to lead it off against his countryman, Eduardo Rodriguez. As we go into the top of the third inning, 2-1 Arizona with a play by Alex Bregman. Bad slide by Ketel Marte. Totally out of a jam as Carlos takes... Was that called a strike? Are you serious? I mean, that fastball looked like it was 8 inches beneath the zone. And it's 0-1 to Carlos. Wow. Rodriguez throws. And a fastball that this time misses high, and it's 1-1. Am I crazy? That looked way low.
We'll see how it goes today for home plate.
1-1 is called a ball. Now that was closer on the inside half, but it is 2-1. Junior Valentine has had a little bit of an erratic zone.
Well, that's the book on Erod. You got to be patient with him. He will go out there and give away free bags.
2-1. Pitch. Low. And it's a fastball that was definitely beneath the zone. It's 3-1. Eddie came over in the Andrew Miller deal from the Baltimore Orioles and immediately showed enormous promise. But he was such an enigma. 3-1. His outside ball for a great leadoff walk there for Carlos Narvaez. Of course, the Red Sox remember so well that World Series start in Game 4. When Yasiel Puig launched the home run, Eddie slammed his glove into the dirt, but Mitch Moreland bailed Eddie out. He and Alex Cora so often at odds. Tremendous stuff, but not often consistent was Rodriguez. Here's Jarren Duran, left on left. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It looks like the Red Sox came to the plate in this third inning and said, we want to force him to throw strikes.
I think that's the right approach. You know, he was voted by the Baseball Writers Association in 15 and 19 most valuable pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. So in his heyday, he was the man for sure.
0-1 is fouled back. When on and when focused, Eddie could be dominant. And he had some enormous starts for the Red Sox. But clearly they made the right move, not signing him to a long-term extension. He just has not lived up to it. And he's had some off-the-field stuff, too. 0-2.
He went MIA there for a bit. It was a couple years ago.
Pitch to Duran is way outside. Now, look, in hindsight, he's been more open about it. He had real family stuff that was difficult. But he didn't answer phone calls from the general manager for 3 months, which you just can't do at any level, in any profession. 1-2 to Duran, leadoff man aboard in Narvaez, 2-1 Diamondbacks. Here's the pitch, and it is pop foul. Good job there by Duran. That was a curveball that he just did not expect, and he does enough to stay alive.
Yeah, a little protect me swing right there, staying alive to get a good pitch. I mean, Erod doesn't want to go out and walk multiple batters. He's done that a lot this season, so you're looking for a good fastball right here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. Duran takes high and outside a fastball, 2-2. Again, I mean, Duran is not going to lead off against a lot of left-handers, but Erod has those reverse splits. Lefties better against him than right-handed hitters. And now 2-2 with Narvaez at first. They played Duran on the infield to pull. Long set. The 2-2. Way outside in the dirt, and Erod missing badly. The count is full.
Erod's actually right-handed. Broke his right arm at 7 years old. Started throwing left-handed. The rest is history.
It's like Stan Musial, who fell out of a tree, broke his arm, and then became one of the great hitters baseball's ever seen. I mean, Eddie was the author of a lot of great moments for the Red Sox, but again, he was so often so frustrating. I don't think Narvaez has any designs on going. 3-2. Duran waits. The pitch is popped up. Foul of third. Long run over for Lawler. And with the slide, he runs out of room. I think he slid too early there. Had he kept running, I think he had plenty of room in front of the dugout, but he gave up on it, and Duran stays alive.
Yeah, you felt that dugout too soon. You're talking about Erod breaking his arm and Musial. There's one more. Roy Oswalt ended up shocking himself with a car battery and going out there and throwing like 8 miles an hour harder for the rest of his career. Have you heard that story?
What?
Yeah, Roy Oswalt.
You should just get bitten by your tarantulas and see what happens. We'll get into that in a minute. 3-2 to Duran with Bregman on deck. The pitch is fouled back. I learned today you've got pet tarantulas in your house.
Just a couple.
Well, you had 3. Your cat ate 1.
Yeah, really, really torn up about that.
My main question is, what is the benefit of having pet tarantulas? I don't understand that.
They keep the burglars out.
What is this, Home Alone?
Exactly.
3-2 to Duran.
Marv.
Pitch is driven into center field, but caught out there. Alexander screamer into the outfield, but that is out number 1. I cannot believe how many Red Sox fans are here. So do you have like a hot iron that's above your basement bulkhead too?
Some paint cans attached to rope on the top of the stairs.
Now they're going to come to the mound here after a long battle, Rodriguez and Duran. Subaru New England scoreboard. The Subaru New England all-wheel drive away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Now the Rangers are trying to get into the final wild card spot, but they flailed a little bit. Sox have a 6-game lead on them. They are hosting the Astros tonight. In the bottom of the 8th, they're tied at 3. Huge series at Yankee Stadium this weekend. Blue Jays are there. And, of course, they came into play today with a 3-game lead. And they blasted the Yankees tonight 7-1. Gossman destroyed Schlittler. So the Yankees dropped the opener in the Bronx. Meantime, the Rays cooled off big time. The Guardians beat them 7-1. And the Royals did beat the Twins 2-1. Mariners fell in Atlanta. What a huge weekend series that is for Seattle. 4-1 Atlanta beats Seattle. Here's Bregman. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch. Down. Change up. Not even close. And it's 1-0 to Alex, who flied out to right his first time.
Yeah, they're definitely taking the patient approach to Erod this inning.
As they should. 1-0. Pitch. Down and in. So the Mariners are now 5 games behind both the Red Sox and the Yankees. Kansas City and Texas 1 game behind Seattle. Tampa Bay a game further back, and Cleveland 2.5 behind Seattle.
If you're the Red Sox, I feel like you'd probably want to face the Rangers over the Seattle Mariners.
2-0 is a strike on the outside corner because of the starting rotation.
Starting rotation, Cal Raleigh, they could swing it a little bit in Seattle.
Rangers are pretty amazing. They've done it in spite of a huge rash of injuries, including Nate Eovaldi and Seager. 2-1, the pitch. Bregman takes the ball. That's way low, and it's 3-1. I mean, the Royals have Witt and Perez and Pasquantino. But I'm with you. The Mariners' rotation, you just don't want to see them in a playoff series. But they've lost 4 in a row and 7 of 10. 3-1 to Bregman. He's looking to put a charge into one right here. The pitch is swung on and drilled down the left field line, but foul. And he is in between, Alex. That's a sure sign of it. I think he got a change up there from Rodriguez, and he yanked it out of play.
Yeah, just a little bit out in front. That location was the same as the third pitch of this at bat. He was able to get the barrel to it, but that's what Erod does. He's in and out, but he's more back and front with that changeup.
3-2. Big pitch coming right here. Narvaez leads at first. Here it is. Bregman swings and drives one into center field. That's a base hit. Great at bat from Bregman. And the Red Sox have 2 on with 1 out for Trevor Story. Third inning brought to you by Citgo, a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the app now. Instantly save 23 cents a gallon on your first fill-up.
Good job by Bregman there. Worked it to 3-2. Only got 2 fastballs, and then at bat was able to hit the payoff pitch right there, right up the middle. You know, Erod's going to thumb you to death, basically. Just throw a bunch of breaking balls, a bunch of changeups. Once you do get that fastball mislocated down the middle, that's where you got to do most of your damage.
I don't know about you, Lenny. This feels like a big spot for Story, and one in which he might do huge damage. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch is high and outside. Second look at a guy like Rodriguez. He grounded out hard to short his first time. Bregman has the bat boy bring out the Wally-themed sliding mitt for his left hand. 1-0 to Story. Rodriguez in a bind. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Man, fastball outside corner up in the zone, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Trevor's having a hard time getting to the fastball up in the zone. We've seen that at the early parts of the year. Just timing's off just a little bit with that pitch. Got to get that front foot down a little sooner.
2-1 Arizona, but a real threat here for the Sox in the third. Rodriguez at his belt. He throws. Trevor swings and fouls it back. That is a pitch that, when right, goes 400 feet from Story.
Yeah, it's the upper right quadrant. 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Just kind of timing's just barely off, just a little bit.
He knows it. Takes the helmet off. I think especially with Anthony down, the Red Sox will go as far as Story and Bregman take them.
If you're Erod, you don't want to do Trevor a favor by throwing something a little softer right here when he's off of the fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. Trevor swings and misses. You nailed it, Lenny. Fastball, and he did not get it. And a big strikeout for Rodriguez, his third, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, fastball again, 93 at the top of the zone. Same pitch that he just fouled off the pitch before. You got to prove that he can hit that before you want to switch to something off speed. He's just having a hard time getting to it.
So here now, Romy Gonzalez, who singled hard to center field his first time and scored the Red Sox only run. This is a great matchup for him. 2 on, 2 out. Erod at the belt. Throws. Romy takes the ball. Change up low. It's 110th pitch, brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right.
Romy, probably the hottest bat in the lineup right now. This is the guy you want up in this situation.
14 for his last 30. 1-0 is a foul. He tried to check his swing, and it came in on him, hit off the end of the bat, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Erod's successful with that fastball up and in because it opens up that changeup down and away, kind of crisscrossing the batters, or the strike zone, I should say.
6 years with the Sox, he made 159 starts. 1-1 the pitch is swung on a miss. You never see that from Romy lately. Very tardy on a fastball, almost like he wasn't expecting it, and it's 1-2.
Erod's taking the same approach he took to Trevor Story, staying up and in with the fastball. I gotta think he's gonna stay there.
See if Romy sells out. 1-2, 2 on, 2 out. Pitch is swung on and fouled off. He did that, Lenny. It's amazing the power of a good changeup, because these Red Sox hitters who hunt fastballs seem very late on mistake heaters in the middle of the plate.
Now, he fouled that one off. He's seen 3 pitches in that zone. That was a good opportunity to maybe try to force a chase with the changeup down and away.
He's set up for that. 1-2. The pitch is swung on and fouled on the first base side. I mean, he made the same pitch, Lenny. Fastball 93 up and in. He sort of nodded his head as if to say, uh-oh, I might have gotten away with one right there.
Yeah, the difference between this at-bat and Trevor's at-bat is he's fouling these off. He's just missing them, where Trevor was swinging through them completely. That's why I'm thinking he's going to switch to something different. He has to at some point, or Romy's going to get him. 2 on, 2 out. 1-run Arizona lead. Pitch. Romy swings and fouls it off. He does not change it up. I think this is part of what drove the Red Sox crazy in his time. He shook a couple of times there to Moreno. And I'm with you completely. He just keeps going back to that pitch. That's 5 pitches in that spot in this at-bat.
1-2. At the belt, Rodriguez. A long set he throws, and Romy fouls it off. Another fastball. Top of the zone.
He's staying up there. He's saying, hey, my best stuff against yours right here. He's challenging him. You got to give it to him.
He'll see at least 9 pitches, Romy.
It just surprises me that with a 1-2 count, he's not showing something soft and away. If you do that, it's going to make that up and in pitch that much more effective.
1-2. Romy lines one into center field. That's a base hit. Narvaez is going to be waved home. Throw comes home. It is in time. They got him. Great throw from Alexander. Red Sox want to talk to the video room, but Narvaez looked like he was gunned down at the plate. What an at-bat by Romy, but it will not pay off. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-1 Arizona on the Shaws and Star Market. WEI. Red Sox Radio Network.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Here we go. Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
This is incredible.
Watch your local NFL game live all season long.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Well, rather fittingly, Corbin Carroll, who made the beautiful throw home to get Carlos Narvaez to keep Arizona ahead. In the top of the third, will lead off the bottom half. Yes, Peyton Tolley really needs to settle in here. It was actually Alexander who made the throw. Kind of a high looper, but with the catcher Narvaez running down the line, it was close, but he was definitely out. It was Carroll who takes a strike on the inside corner. Totally love the send from Kyle Hudson.
You have to. You have to at that point. You're trying to force him to make a mistake. He made a perfect throw. You can't do anything about that. Force the issue, though.
Here's a swing and a foul back to the screen.
I like the adjustment so far this at-bat. Got 0-2 quickly, threw a cut fastball to get ahead 0-1, and then a nice curveball. Basically the best curveball he's thrown all day.
0-2. Rip foul on the first base side. He went back to it. But Carroll on top of it, it stays 0-2.
Yeah, now in an 0-2 count. Opportunity to throw that 98-mile-an-hour fastball. You can go up and in, down and away with it. Trying to do some sort of a swing. Uncomfortable.
0-2. Swing and a miss. Exactly uncomfortable. And there's the first punch out for Tolley. A really good slider. And there's one away.
This is the adjustments that this young pitcher has to make. He did it in AAA. He gave up a grand slam in his first outing, was able to go out there and be effective for the rest of the way, another 4 innings. So far, that at-bat is a good sign of things ahead if he can continue to do that throughout this game.
He has thrown 56 pitches. Next one comes home, a bluffed bunt by Gabriel Moreno on a curveball that misses down and in for ball 1.
Definitely getting out in front more now in this inning.
1-0. Pitch. High. What do you mean getting out in front?
The extensions there. He's getting out in front, taking his chest towards the plate. Earlier in this game, especially with the curveball and the changeup, he was standing a little bit tall at the release.
Missed there with a fastball. It's 2-0 to Moreno. Here it is. And that is a strike with a slider on the outside corner, and it's 2-1.
A lot of times what happens earlier in your motion affects late in regards to the release point. Looks like he's separating his hands just a little bit more over the rubber.
2-1 is way outside with a curve, and it's 3-1. 2-1 Diamondbacks. Sox had the tying run thrown out at the plate in the top of this inning. 3-1, way inside. From Tolley, he missed badly with a fastball, and it's a 1-out walk in this bottom of the third.
And you get your ground ball right here, pitch to contact. Get your offense right back in the dugout. You got to go out and make your pitches. That first at bat was how you have to attack the strike zone, using all your pitches.
Here's Blaze Alexander, who is the reason with his right arm that the Diamondbacks still lead. Pitch low and in. The slider. He's the third batter for the Snakes in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers BMW of Boston, Sudbury, and Medford. Double play depth, a little bit over to pull behind Tolley. 1-0. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got a gift there. I mean, that's a nasty slider, but Alexander chased a bad one there, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, that ball had a lot of late movement. Looks like it was going to be low and in, but ended up breaking back foot. And it just goes to showing how aggressive this Arizona Diamondbacks lineup is.
1-1. Another swing and another miss. Good fastball. 93. The velocity's dipping a little bit, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, last outing he was 98, 99 for the majority of it. Not a lot of separation in 93 between that and his cutter around 90.
Tolley is ready. 1-2. Here it is. Down and in. A much easier take there on a curveball. Almost hit him on the feet, Alexander. And it's 2-2. 65 pitches thrown for Peyton.
You know, you throw a curveball with 2 strikes that bounces, you can live with that. Oftentimes you will get a swing, but when you leave it up in the zone and orange side, there's no point to it. It's not a purpose pitch at all.
This guy's been awesome against lefties, Alexander. 2-2 is a high fastball. And it's 3-2. He walked his first time, Alexander, and since the All-Star break in the National League, he's got the 3rd highest OPS against lefties, 950. 3-2 pitch is outside, ball 4, very close with a fastball, but Tolley walks Alexander for the 2nd time and more trouble for the young left-hander.
Yeah, 2nd walk this inning. You know, he's getting the 2 strikes and then picking a little bit. Needs to keep that mentality of attack. Looks like the secondary pitches are a little bit sharper, but just not quite there with the fastball either. This fastball is dipped, like you said.
There's Vargas, who grounded a 3rd to end the 1st. Right-handed hitter with 2 on. Not even close. I mean, this is just not even close to the best version of Peyton Tolley. He's missed badly with basically everything. After such a dynamic debut, he looks like a rookie right now. 1-0 pitch. Not close again. He's now thrown 69 pitches. And the Red Sox bullpen has got to be thinking about getting going very soon. Not just because of the pitch count, because Tolley is just off this evening. 2-0. Here it is. Swing and a miss. That's a gift. I mean, that is a slider down and in, and that is a sure sign right there of a hit in Vargas, who's just out of sorts. Weissert, by the way, is throwing. Tolley can't find the zone, and this guy Vargas swings at something he can't handle. The 2-1. He takes this one like he should have before, and now it's 3-1.
Yeah, that was the same pitch as before. And that's the beauty of a cutter, though. It looks like a good pitch to hit, and it breaks, takes a nice right-hand turn in against these righties. It's a good ground ball pitch. I know that's what Tolley's thinking right here.
Has to have it. 3-1. Trouble. Here it is. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. It is way back, and it is gone. Life in the big leagues when you only have a fastball can be a problem. 3-run bomb, and it's 5-1 Arizona.
You know, Peyton Tolley consistently behind in the count today. Hasn't shown the ability to really be consistently in the zone with any secondary pitch. Very inconsistent. Will show a good one, and then there'll be 3 that are just nowhere close to the zone. That mixed with this fastball dipped to around 93, 94 from 98. Just isn't able to get it done at this point.
Consecutive walks fall behind a hitter and groove one. Bad recipe at this level. And here comes Jordan Lawler. The pitch is a line hopper to first, but on the fly, Lowe makes the play, and they're 2 down. It's very simple, Lenny. At this level, you cannot not only fall behind hitters, you cannot live when you don't have anything other than the heater. And tonight, Tolley does not. And so 3-1, he tries to steal a strike with a fastball, and I mean, Vargas, who's got 2 home runs this year, is ready for it. Here's Tyler Locklear, who takes outside, ball 1. Can't do it at this level. Cannot.
Yeah, it's a 3-1 count, fastball right down the middle. And if you look at the cutter missing oftentimes down in the zone, they're spitting on that. They're looking at spin.
1-0, foul back.
That right there's 89 right down the middle. I feel like he's not long for this game.
Well, he shouldn't be. I mean, they're going to try to protect him, but he's only thrown 45 of his 75 pitches for strikes. 1-1. Here it is. Not close. It is so amazing how different he is tonight than in his debut. And really from the very beginning. Just no command of almost anything. Looking over that red glove, the 2-1. Drilled to deep left field. Back on it, Duran. He will get there on the run and make the play. And the inning is over. I think that's probably it for Tolley. I mean, we're through 3 innings. It's 5-1 Arizona. I don't think there's any reason to run him back out there. To the fourth we go. Snakes by 4 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a
Do the do.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Friday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 4 times. End of message.
Hey, it's Rob Rest Center. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Red Sox need a rally. Rob Refsnyder open to start one. He drives one high into right field. Corbin Carroll, about 10 feet in front of the right field warning track, is there to make the play. And on one pitch, Refsnyder is gone. 4th inning. Brought to you by Cars for Kids, the easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now. Carsforkids.com. That is Cars. Okay. It looked like Nathaniel Lowe had given the Red Sox a lead with his first swing. Homer, but banged off the right field wall, tied the game. Sox had the tying run thrown out at the plate in the top of the 3rd. Here, Lowe takes outside for ball 1. Then, in the bottom of the 3rd, 2 walks and a 3-run homer yielded by Peyton Tolley. It's a 4-run hole, 1-0. That was really weird looking from Lowe. He started his swing on a breaking ball, stopped it completely, and it's 2-0.
It's a weird thing overall right there. I mean, Gabriel Moreno just kind of caught that with a frying pan and bounced right off. It almost looked maybe like a cross-up. I'm not sure.
Eddie on the extreme third base side of the rubber. 2-0. Not even close. Well, Eddie maybe could get the Red Sox back in this thing. Red Sox were often frustrated with his conditioning level, his commitment to his craft, to the point where Alex Cora called him out after his first spring training start. 3-0 is a strike. Watching Gabriel Moreno, he is trying to be like a voodoo doctor right now, saying, please calm down and throw strikes.
Yeah, your offense puts up 3. Moreno basically with hand signals said, throw this right down the middle.
3-1 to Lowe is driven foul on the third base side. That was right down the middle, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, last thing you want to do is go out and walk the second batter of the inning after getting a quick out when you've got your offense putting up runs like the last inning.
Nathaniel Lowe, one of the only big leaguers in the game who wears the short sleeve turtleneck. He's in there trying to get something going here. 3-2 with 1 down. The base is empty. Pitch way outside. I mean, that is such a bad miss by Rodriguez. 4-run lead. He walks Lowe. And that'll bring up Nate Eaton.
So that must have been in a box labeled 1988, right? Deep at the bottom of that box. Yeah.
Honestly.
Had to search for that thing.
Can you imagine when he said to Tommy McLaughlin, like, hey, Tommy, what I need is a turtleneck with a Red Sox B on the neck. Here's Eaton, who launched over and over in BP. He drives one into center field, and it is going to be caught on the run by Alexander. A stinging liner. Eaton is gone. And they're 2 down. We take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
WEEI Studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming, Lenny DiNardo. Frustrating night so far. Here's Cedon with 1 on and 2 out. He takes a ball from Rodriguez. We're at Port St. Lucie, and the manager of a club, especially like the Red Sox, almost never says anything pointed about a long-term veteran player. 0-1. Soft ground ball on the shortstop side. Perdomo has it, throws to second in time, and Rafaela slams his helmet with disgust, inning over. We'll tell you what Alex Cora said 6 years ago about Eduardo Rodriguez, about his first spring training start. But he's in control right now. 5-1 Diamondbacks on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist, to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right? In the flesh. Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service. Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction. Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food. No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat? Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way. If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair. You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You can't count on much these days.
No way, Jim. This is incredible.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Here we go. This time for real.
Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship game.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. And count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Well, Greg Weissert is on for the Red Sox as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The night is done for Peyton Tolley, and it was not a good one. 3 innings, 5 runs. And he's on the hook right now as Weissert trying to keep the Sox in this thing. Fires the first pitch, strike on the outside corner. Tolley, who was so good in his first start, 5 runs on 5 hits with 4 walks and 2 homers allowed. Real eyes, Sox trail by 4, 0-1 to Jorge Barrosa.
Yeah, just something we really didn't see in his first outing as far as the game speeding up on him.
Swing and miss. Really good pitch there from Weissert. A good curve, and it's 0-2.
Greg Weissert's been outstanding, especially on the road. 31 games, a 1.55 ERA. Batting average against at 198.
0-2. Weissert throws. Chopper back to him. He is such a good athlete. He gloves, drops, picks it up, throws to first. In time. And there's one away. This is part of the growth for Peyton Tolley, because the guy who, by most accounts, was not expected to be in the big leagues this year, let the world on fire, basically with a fastball. The secondary stuff was fine in his major league debut, but tonight he found out what life is like at this level when you don't command almost anything, but especially when you don't have anything other than a fastball. Here is the left-handed hitting Ketel Marte, who takes strike 1. Good slider from Weissert.
Yeah, totally. His first outing, he threw his 4-seam fastball about 60% of the time. The cutter behind it at 24%. And really, the changeup, slider, sinker, curveball were just mixed in sparingly.
1-0 is skied into right field, not hit well at all. Eaton dribbles in, and he's there to make the play, and very quickly, 2 down.
So you take something from this outing for Tolle. He's going to be talking to Andrew Bailey about what he needed to do as far as staying inside the strike zone, showing that he can throw his secondary pitches for strikes. In order to locate that fastball effectively, you got to throw the off speed as well.
Well, here's something I need to look into, because that baseball right there was just flipped in to an authenticator. Here is Geraldo Perdomo, who takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. I wonder what that could be for Weiser. I mean, it seems, I don't know whether he's reached an innings limit, an out, I don't know. But that a fly ball to right field, it seems interesting that that ball will be flipped in. 0-1 to Perdomo. 5-1 Arizona. Pitch is lying down the left field side. Foul and out of play. We're long past the 110th pitch. Brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. Well, the Red Sox, unless they turn this around, are going to be looking up big time at the Toronto Blue Jays in the AL East. We'll look at the Subaru of New England scoreboard in a moment. 0-2. Pitch outside. Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at Subaru of NewEngland.com. Blue Jays blasted the Yankees in the Bronx tonight. 1-2. Here it is. Popped up. Straight back and out of play. Mariners lost in Atlanta 4-1. Cleveland cooled off Tampa 7-1. Royals did beat the Twins 2-1. Astros and Rangers tied at 3 in the 10th. 1-2. That's outside. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. But it's just going to be an important part of Tolle's evolution. He's got to find a better mix.
Yeah, at the big league level, you cannot get away with just a fastball.
2-2, chop foul. I mean, you saw the swings from Perdomo and especially Vargas. I mean, anybody who's made it to this level, even if they're not major league home run hitters, you fall behind and you groove fastballs, you pay a price.
And even if your secondary pitches aren't for strikes, they weren't anywhere close to the zone for the majority of the outing for Tolle.
2-2, low.
You know, setting up your fastball. If you're throwing a pitch 3 feet outside arm side, it does nothing, right? But if you miss inside versus a righty, at least it sets up the next pitch. At least it changes their eye level, makes the fastball a little bit harder to get to.
3-2, 2 down, bases empty. Pitch, rip foul. I think that's a great point. I mean, it's not just that they were misses. They were huge misses and easy takes.
Yeah, right out of the hand. Really clean takes from this Diamondbacks offense. And they knew that he had to come back in the zone with something that he could control, which today was only the fastball.
3-2. They're trying to put Perdomo away. Pitch fouled off on the third base side. You know, this is one of the reasons, the prime reasons, that the D-backs had huge dreams coming into this season. These 3 hitters, Marte, Perdomo, Carroll, and Naylor, who they traded away to the Mariners, had a loaded starting rotation headlined by Zach Gallen. 3-2. Little looper on the right side, and that dumps in for a base hit between Romy and Eaton, and Perdomo is aboard with 2 down.
Well, they're playing like they firmly believe that they have a shot at a playoff run, you know, and they've had a lot of injuries. They sold at the deadline, but this team's playing like they're contending and have a legit shot to go to the postseason. And the offense has been outstanding this season.
So they're 1 game below 500. They are 6 games out of the 3rd wild card, currently held by the San Diego Padres, who've lost 5 in a row. Here's Corbin Carroll. Pitch is low. Fastball from Weiser. Corbin Carroll, we just don't see the Diamondbacks ever. He is a superstar player that very few on the East Coast know a lot about. 29 homers, 71 driven in. with huge speed. 1-0 is a strike on the inside corner. I mean, I think he made a name for himself 2 years ago, that postseason run. He signed him to a massive extension. A two-time All-Star and one of the great five-tool players in the game. He takes a pitch way outside from Weissert, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, he's had a career high in home runs at 29. Go back to the clubhouse in this Diamondback club. It speaks to their culture. A lot of teams with the amount of injuries and selling off at the deadline would just kind of pack it in.
2-1. Chop out. Which is why you hear these rumors about how Torey Lovello's job might be in jeopardy. No way.
No chance.
No way. He's one of the great managers in the game. He's so close with Mike Hazen. I put zero stock in any of that. 5-1 Diamondbacks in the fourth inning. 1 on, 2 out. 2-2 to Carroll. Weissert throws and a high pop foul straight back. Corbin Carroll, by the way, is the only guy in Big League Baseball with more triples than Jaron Duran. He's got 16. It's been a while for Jaron. He's got 12 on the season. And Jung-Hoo Lee and Zach McKinstry with 11. Big leaders in Who's Circling the Drain, brought to you by Drains by James. 2-2. Pitch. Chopper foul on the first base side. Too many long at-bats tonight. I mean, against both Tolley and now Weissert, these Diamondbacks are making them work.
Doing a really good job of putting, those protect me swings when the pitches are made and they're pitches with 2 strikes, just kind of getting the barrel to it, fouling it off, hoping to get another pitch that they can do damage on.
2-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He got him. Really nice changeup for Weissert. Tarantula thrown by Weissert. We go to the 5th inning. 5-1 D-backs in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist, to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Carlos Narvaez to lead it off for the Red Sox. They need to get something going here. Trailing 5-1. Carlos Narvaez forgot that he had the weighted cylinder on the barrel of his bat as he walked to the plate. Kicked it off just outside the batter's circle, and then Jaron Duran said, "Hey, Narvi." He threw it to him, and Jaron made a bare hand grab. Here's the first one to Carlos, and from Erod, it misses low, ball 1. Narvaez walked his last time, his only time, and then was thrown out at the plate on a hit from Romy Gonzalez. Since then, all D-backs, 5-1 they lead. Pitch, high fly, softly hit in a shallow center field. Alexander in, he makes the play. And there's one away. That's frustrating to me, Lenny. I mean, a change-up and a 1-0 count hit off the end of the bat softly for out number 1.
Yeah, they're just not capitalizing on mistakes. He's thrown a ton over the middle of the plate. He's used the top of the zone with the fastball, especially up and in against these right-handed hitters. but the Red Sox offense just isn't taking advantage. Now, Jarren Duran's hit 2 balls relatively hard the other way. See if he can reach some grass here.
Here's a pitch that's swung on and missed by Duran. Curveball, and it's 0-1. The code word of the game, by the way, Jarren Duran 16. Enter your code word in the member portal today. Claim your points, the 0-1. Outside. You know, we got a few days until it's code red, 5-bell alarm, but this team does not look and feel the same without Roman Anthony.
Yeah, and the fear is this team, this offense in particular, is very streaky.
One is fouled off on the third base side. They built a cushion. They're working off of that, Lenny, but it is flat right now. There's no other way to describe it.
And you don't want the catalyst of them getting cold for an extended period of time being Roman Anthony's absence. Guys have to pick it up.
1-2 to Duran, 1 down, the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was really good from Rodriguez, his best changeup. And Duran is gone on Rodriguez's 4th strikeout. Bring up Alex Bregman. Red Sox in dire need of a spark here. New England Chevy dealers question of the day. Together we drive. Here's Bregman. Pitch. Right there on the outside corner. Good curveball. It is 0-1. Bregman singled his first time, flied to right. He's 1 for 2. 0-1. Driven high into left field, but it'll hang up back into his left. There's Barossa. And the Red Sox go very quietly in the top of the 5th. 5-1 Arizona on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Friday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor's mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Why does every recipe I try need 18 ingredients, including a jar of something paste I'll never use again, but will sit in my fridge for 9 months? I just want dinner in the oven, fast. That's why I love Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals. They send you fresh ingredients that are already chopped. All you do is put it all together and bake. That's it. No chopping, no weird leftovers, just delicious, easy-to-make meals. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Chris Murphy taking the ball here at the bottom of the 5th inning, faced Gabriel Moreno. We knew Murphy would get in this game at some point today with the way it's been going so far.
And here he is. I think he's going to be asked to give them quite a few innings here. This is Gabi Moreno, right-handed hitter, and Chris misses high with a fastball. 1-0. Murphy, last time out against the Padres, was excellent. Sort of a roster victim. Kind of an up-and-down season for him. The 1-0 is ripped out on the third base side. He worked hard after the arm injury, came back throwing harder than ever, Murphy. Fastball can sometimes get up into the upper 90s. That one was fastball at 90.
He's got the reverse splits as well. Right-handed batters are 136 versus 200 against lefties.
5-1 Arizona, the pitch. Low. Change up. And it's 2-1. Like so many swing back and forth AAA major league relievers for the Red Sox, the most important thing for Murphy is strike throwing. 2-1 is not a strike. Zach Kelly qualifies as well. Alex Cora told us before the game the most impressive thing about what Kelly did 2 days ago was challenge, compete, throw strikes. 3-1. Murphy needs one here to Moreno. Pitch. Swing and a foul. He went with a change up there, and Moreno gets a piece of it. 3-2.
Yeah, you're down by 4 in the 5th inning. You come in relief. The first thing you want to do is pound the zone. Be relentless inside the strike zone. Force them to swing the bat. The stuff's good enough to compete.
Moreno calls time. Alexander, then Vargas. Herb Chambers batting. Order brought to you by Herb Chambers Jaguar, Boston Jaguar, Sudbury. 3-2. Pitch. Not even close. Such an easy take there for Moreno. It's a 5-1 game. It's the 5th inning. It's not life and death, but that cannot happen for Chris Murphy.
Yeah, you got to go right after hitters. What's happening is you're going to put your defense on their heels as well. They're going to start, you want them to be aggressive in the field. You want them to be aggressive with the bats in the dugout offensively. And you start walking hitters. This is where Peyton Tolley got in trouble.
Here is right-handed hitting Blaze Alexander, and he takes a ball outside. The Diamondbacks were sellers at the deadline. Merrill Kelly went to the Texas Rangers. But they played well since selling. Here's a pitch that misses high, and it's 2-0.
Moreno and Alexander, both of these guys scored runs today. Neither one of them have a hit. So what does that tell you? Both of them got on via the walk earlier in the game and scored runs.
2-0, need a strike, doesn't get one, and it's dropped by Narvaez. This is not good for Murphy so far. So now 3-0. And there's just no way to sugarcoat this, Lenny. Almost quite literally from the moment that Roman Anthony swung the bat, grabbed his bat and his back, and left the game, this Red Sox team has not looked good at all.
You're right. And multiple facets.
3-0 is fouled back. He challenged, and Alexander got a piece of it. 3-1. And that has to change. I mean, they're comfortably atop the wild card race with the Yankees. But it's walks, not much going on offensively. They got to turn this thing soon. 3-1 the pitch is ball 4. So Murphy comes on. A walk, a wild pitch, and a walk, and now 2 on with nobody out in this bottom of the 5th inning. We told you that Corbin Carroll leads the entire game with his 16 triples. League leaders brought to you by Drains by James. And at Drains by James, they give poop about your pipes. Here is Ildemaro Vargas, who hit the 3-run homer that really ruined Tolley's night.
And Murphy's got to be on the attack right here. Got to be very careful. You don't want to put him on, but we can see what kind of damage he can do if you leave it over the middle.
Pitch misses outside for ball 1. 5-1 Diamondbacks. Just an awful night so far for the Red Sox. Had the tying run thrown out at the plate. Since then, walks, homers, and not much going. 1-0. Ripped into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Duran plays it on one hop, and the bases will be loaded with nobody out as the throw comes home. And that's just been a theme, Lenny. Fall behind, groove fastballs, and pay a price.
Yeah, you got to go get strike 1. You got to get strike 2. If you can do that, then you can make pitches off the zone. Make them go out and expand. But if you're consistently behind in the count, you got to come back in. That's where that pitch gets hammered.
So now with the bases loaded and nobody out, Jordan Lawler comes up, and this thing has a chance of getting completely and totally out of hand. Lawler has not hit at all at the big league level, though he did double earlier tonight as a pitch misses way inside from Chris Murphy, who just tonight, unfortunately, just like Tolley, does not have it.
Just consistently behind in the count, and the misses aren't close. That's the problem.
He's low. I mean, it's such an easy take, and it's 2-0. But the thing is, for the Red Sox right now, trailing 5-1, Murphy's going to be out there for a long time. They have no other choice. Infield is in with the bases loaded and nobody out in a 4-run deficit. Here's a high drive into left field. Duran back at the track is there to make the play. That just stays in the yard. The throw goes to second. It's a sac fly for Lawler, and it's 6-1 Arizona.
He got away with one right there. That was about 3 feet away from bringing a grand slam. Little slider right down the middle, bottom of the zone. And again, consistently going 2-0, getting to 3-ball counts, walking batters. Now the offense is on the attack because they know he's on his heels. He's trying to get back into these counts.
So on the play, Alexander goes to third. First and third, a run in with still only one out. Here's a breaking ball, not even close. And they say he did not hold up his swing. Wow. Locklear, I guess, couldn't check his swing. That's a gift to Murphy, and it's 0-1.
That's a huge favor he gifted Murphy right there. You know, when you see a first pitch break ball, you see spin like that, the last thing you would do is attempt to make a swing.
0-1. Chop foul on the third base side. Chris Murphy, this is his 15th game. He's been pretty good at 3.05 ERA, but not tonight. 2 walks, a single, a sac fly. He is ahead of Locklear, 0-2. He throws. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was nice. Good curveball. 2 down for the 9-hole hitter, Jorge Barrosa. Red Sox baseball and EEI brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the New England Edition F-150, the official truck of the Red Sox.
Look at that last at bat. Just shows you how important it is to get the 2 strikes quickly. You get a swing on a curveball down and in.
Here's Barrosa. Not even close. And by the way, Lenny, again, I mean, Locklear did them and Murphy an enormous favor, just being swing happy. 1-0 pitch. Chop foul. Third base side.
Yeah, he started him off with a curveball, arm side and up off the plate, ended up going in right there. Now he's at a 1-1 count. You got to attack right here. Last thing you want to do is go 2-1. If you're 1-2, now you're in the driver's seat and you can attack. You can use the curveball, bottom of the zone, or the fastball.
1-1 pitch. Chopped softly to third. Bregman cuts in front of Story on the run. High throw, but caught by Lowe. Then the inning is over. Another run comes in with a couple of walks and a sac fly. 6-1 Diamondbacks after 5 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Here we go.
Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
This is incredible.
Watch your local NFL game live all season long.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service. Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction. Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
More your Boston sports opinion more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Trevor Story to lead it off against Eduardo Rodriguez in the 6th inning, and a fastball misses way outside for ball 1. I don't think yet, Lenny, the Red Sox have made Rodriguez pay for how ineffective he so far has been. 1-0. His swung on a miss. Now that was a good curveball. It's 1-1. But I think he's made a lot of big misses.
Yeah, he's definitely found his groove, and the Red Sox have helped him out. They're not taking advantage of mistakes. They're swinging outside the strike zone.
1-1 to Story. Low. Good take. It was a curveball that missed, and it's 2-1. They just had their legends race here. 4 players in those big costumes.
I had a hard time figuring out who was who. 2 of them look like Randy Johnson from different eras.
One of them is 2-1. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. So who would you guess would be the other, like, all-time Arizona legends?
Luis Gonzalez.
Yep.
Was that him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Only because he showed me where the bathroom was right before the game started.
About 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago. Like,
yeah.
I got lost.
Mm-hmm.
I text my buddy, Luis Gonzalez just showed me where the bathroom was. He's like, no way.
2-2. What a run he had. Pitch is fouled off. Also a game-winning hit in the World Series. That'll earn you some all-time fame.
He was a dude for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mark Grace.
Okay.
And Matt Williams.
Matt Williams, okay.
Who I think of more as a giant, but I understand it.
You got to work on that Luis Gonzalez avatar.
Yeah. 2-2. To Story, trying to get something going in this 6th. Rodriguez throws. Trevor drives one high into right field. This thing is cranked. Carroll back onto the warning track is there. Backpedaling to make the play. And so Story a little frustrated. He's hit the ball hard a couple times, but he is gone. We're out number 1.
Yeah, the offense, they've ran into a little bit of bad luck. There's been quite a few of those tonight. Balls hit hard right at the defense.
D-backs were founded in 1998, so 27 years. Romy takes ball 1.
Just saw that they're going to be here in this venue for another 30 years.
Bob Brenly, the manager, their 2001 championship team, is Romy fouls one off on the first base side, and it is caught running into the first base dugout by Locklear. What a great grab, and they're 2 away.
That was an outstanding play. You know, oftentimes you get close to that dugout, you start tiptoeing, you start hearing feet, people clapping in there. He caught that ball inches away from getting hit by that wall.
So here now Rob Refsnyder. You know, Luis Gonzalez's signature moment, which brought the D-backs their title with Johnson and Schilling spearheading their rotation as Refsnyder takes a pitch that's called a ball. Caught the top of the zone, but it's 1-0. To me, that was one of the great pieces of television broadcasting analysis of all time. The 1-0 to Refsnyder is called a strike. Top of the zone. And it's 1-1. Mariano Rivera was on the mound. The Yankees were forced to bring the infield in to face Gonzalez. And Tim McCarver said, well, the downside with this cutter is you could jam a hitter and bloop one over a drawn-in infield as Refsnyder takes a pitch in the dirt. And literally 5 seconds after he said that, a cutter in on the hands of Gonzalez bloops over the infield and wins the World Series.
As a broadcaster, as an analyst, that's the sweet spot right there. That's the good stuff.
You predict something and it immediately happens. 2-1. Refsnyder chops it foul on the third base side. 5-time All-Star, Silver Slugger, Gonzalez.
Knows his way around this ballpark, too.
I don't.
I've gotten lost 3 times.
I mean, you said it. They're going to be here for a while. We came in through the
right
home
field.
bullpen.
People are looking at us like, where'd you come from?
You have a credential? Kind of. 6-1 D-backs in the sixth inning, 2-2 to Refsnyder. The pitch. Chopper on the left side. To the shortstop, Perdomo. He throws to first. Not much going for the Red Sox tonight. 6-1 Arizona. Bottom six next in the Shaw's and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the do.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you.
Ooh.
Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Chris Murphy stays in the game in the first pitch to the bottom of the sixth to Ketel Marte is a curveball that misses a little bit low for ball one.
Looked like a pretty good pitch, but he's not going to get that call when he's spraying consistently that last inning.
He misses again here with a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes.
And you want to see him get back in the zone, command in and out. You know, that at bat's a lot clear. Last inning is a good example why.
Here's a pitch that misses high, and it's now 3-0. Sox trailing 6-1. 3-0. Way outside ball four. So for the second straight inning, Murphy issues the leadoff walk. He snaps back at the throw from Narvaez, and it doesn't matter what the score is, Lenny. That just is not acceptable for Chris Murphy.
Yeah, just non-competitive right there with any of those pitches. You know, pitching from the heels right there instead of going on the offense.
It's even harder now as Geraldo Perdomo, who has homered and twice singled, takes a pitch outside for ball one. They need the guys who are coming up from the minor leagues to throw more strikes. 1-0 is a strike on the inside corner. Curveball 1-1. Jordan Hicks put on the IL today with a shoulder issue. Murphy up. Peyton Tolley today was just not himself. The 1-1. Double play ball to short if they hurry. Stored his second for one. Romy's throw to first. In time, they got him. Double play, nicely done. 6-4-3, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needed right there. Getting that ground ball on the dirt, let the defense take care of it. When you walk guys, you know, getting back into the game is by pitching to contact. You got to go right after these hitters. Don't go for a strikeout. If you're Chris Murphy, you're not trying to strike batters out. You're trying to get them to put the ball on the ground just like that.
Here's Corbin Carroll, 6-1 Diamondbacks. Pitch. That's a strike from Murphy. Shaw's and Star Market have lowered hundreds of prices on the items you buy most. Boneless chicken, 2-liter Coke, avocado snacks, and much more. Lower price tags aisle after aisle. Details at shaws.com/lower prices. Carroll swings and waves over the top of a fastball. And it's 0-2 on the Super of New England scoreboard. The Chargers have beaten the Chiefs tonight. 27-21. Herbert gets the better of Patrick Mahomes. 3 touchdowns for Jim Harbaugh's team, who's basically the best in the NFL on opening night. Here's a throw to first on a ground ball to second from Gonzalez, and the inning is over. Nice bounce back from Murphy. 6-1 Snakes after 6 in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
You can't count on much these days.
No way, Jim. This is incredible.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Here we go. This time for real.
Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship game.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today and count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
D-backs go to their bullpen as we go to the 7th inning. Ryan Thompson, a righty who misses a lot of bats, on for the 39th time, just off the injured list for the second appearance. He will see Nathaniel Lowe, and Nate Eaton, and Ceddanne Rafaela in the Herb Chambers batting order. Lowe to lead it off. Pitch. Check swing. He went around for sure on a slider down and in. This guy is the 7th best swing and miss guy, chase rate in the National League. Ryan Thompson, 6'5", 210 pounds. Just back from a strained scapular, which Lenny did today at the gym at the hotel. The 0-1 misses down and in, 1-1.
I swear I didn't touch a weight today.
Which is like a total anomaly for you. You definitely did yesterday.
I did. I did yesterday.
Does it feel weird when you don't lift?
It's mental for me, right? It's my mental thing, you know.
But like therapy, you need it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Lowe takes a strike on the inside corner. I do not suffer that affliction. And it shows.
We're going to hike tomorrow, I think.
We are.
Maybe
We're
some
going to do
pool
Camelback. Let's go. Pool pond to be good for you. 1-2 to Lowe, who almost homered his first time. Here, he takes a fastball up and away, 2-2.
We can see why he's got a lot of swing and miss. Tall, long, and lanky guy. Weird, deceptive arm angle. Super low. Just, it can't be a comfortable at bat for lefties or righties.
6-1 Arizona. Pitch. Drilled down the right field line. Foul. So we might do Camelback Mountain tomorrow. And if so, are you going to be on the lookout for new pet tarantulas?
My one tarantula that was eaten by my cat is actually native to Arizona. Let's just say that. Okay, so I will be carrying a mason jar with me.
This is a thing about Lenny that is fascinating and so weird. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. You had 3, now 2 pet tarantulas. You got cats, you got dogs, you got geckos. What else?
1 chicken. Cats, dogs, 1 chicken. We had some
chicken live in the backyard?
It does.
Does it lay eggs?
Well, let me start over. The chicken, during the wintertime, my wife brings this thing inside.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Here's Nate Eaton with 1 down. The base is empty. 6-1 Arizona. The pitch. Low.
But apparently, if you have one chicken, it doesn't have anything to sit next to to get warmth, i.e. another chicken.
So when it goes inside, where does it go?
It's like a little dog crate with blankets and stuff. So it hangs out, and then she brings it outside the next day.
Probably smells really good. 1-0 to Eaton. The pitch is swung on and missed. So it comes in at night. It just sleeps
comes
inside?
in at night. Yeah, so there's not a lot of, what's the word, defecating on the kitchen floor. It's in a dog crate. Yeah. So
1-1 to Eaton.
It's a menagerie.
It's full on. His pitch misses outside, and it's 2-1. You got Noah's Ark at your house.
2 of everything except the chicken.
I'm still really hung up on the idea that you have pet tarantulas.
Yeah.
2-1 to Eaton. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He was so late there, and it's 2-2.
But they're easy to take care of.
Yeah, but what's the benefit? What is the upside?
They're fascinating to watch. You put a cricket or a dubia roach in there, and they kind of, without getting too much into it.
We're going to get into it. The 2-2 pitch is grounded toward third, but foul.
They're really fascinating. They're beautiful creatures. They're colorful, and they molt. Every time they molt, they grow bigger.
Okay. Now, molting is like when you shed skin and get a new layer.
Exactly.
So they're kind of furry, these tarantulas, aren't they?
Yeah, and 2 of them, I have 2 left, but one of the ones I have left have urticating hairs on their abdomen.
I don't know what that means. 2-2 is swung on and missed, and Eaton is gone. What did you just say? Urticating?
Urticating hairs on their abdomen.
What does that mean?
If a predator were to go and try to eat them in the wild, they would take their back legs and shoot these urticating hairs at the eyes of the predator, and the hairs are actually barbed. So they get entrapped in the skin, the eyes. It's bad news if you get these hairs in your skin.
Here's Cedon Rafaela looking to urticate a ball here. He swings and misses at a slider, and that is strike 1.
Yeah, there's nothing weird about this.
Not even a little bit. Hold on. Urticating. I mean, I really need to.
Don't ask me how to spell it.
0-1 to Rafaela. 2 down, top 7. Ground ball to third is handled very easily by Lothery. Throws to first. No barbs thrown there by Cedon. Stretch time in the desert. 6-1 D-backs on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Finally, a flight that's actually nice. Book Breeze Airways for nonstop service from Rhode Island TF Green International Airport to Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, and more. Breeze makes travel easy with nonstop flights to desirable destinations and flexible, friendly change policies. Relax on board with high-speed Wi-Fi, delicious snacks, and a premium first-class seat in Breeze Ascent. Plan your trip today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways, seriously nice, in partnership with Rhode Island TF Green International Airport.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Chris Murphy stays in the game as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 6-1 D-backs. It's Moreno Alexander and Vargas in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Bentley, Boston, Lamborghini, Boston, and Rolls-Royce Motor Cars of New England. First pitch, again, a ball from Murphy to Moreno, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, last inning made an adjustment, especially with the curveball. Was able to get the ball on the ground. Pitched away from a walk, key double play.
Strike of the outside corner. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. New England Metal Roofing.com. I'm looking at wikipedia.org to learn about urticating hairs as a pitch misses inside. URTICATING hair. One of the primary defense mechanisms used by numerous plants. Almost all New World tarantulas. What in the hell is a Old World tarantula? The 2-1 pitch is fouled down the right field side and out of play.
So New World versus Old World.
Yeah.
Old World's like over in Asia. Like one of mine's Old World. That one's from India. And I have a New World, which is a green bottle blue. And those are from Venezuela. My one that was eaten was actually from Arizona.
Eaten by your own cat.
The one thing about taking care of these tarantulas is you can't leave the enclosure open. It's the one thing.
That's the one thing. 2-2 is chopped to short. Story's got it. He urticates over to first, and there's one away. A little barb thrown.
It's hard to believe that I taught Will Fleming a word today.
That's true. But I mean,
you're one of the smartest people I know.
I like the idea that the one thing about having a tarantula is that you can't keep the enclosure open. The one thing.
Yeah, if you leave it closed, then they're fine. They're not going to get out, or nothing will get in. So that was my mistake. That's why the cat ate it.
The tarantula ejects these bristles from their abdomen as Murphy misses outside. Another ball with the first pitch, directing them toward potential attackers. The bristles can embed themselves in other animals' skin or eyes, causing physical irritation, usually to great discomfort as Murphy misses outside, but called a strike, and it's 1-1.
If you want to relate this to baseball, my first encounter with a tarantula and the urticating hairs was in the Dominican Republic playing winter ball.
1-1 is a chopper to short. Story's been busy. Throws a barb again to first in time 2 down. Wait, you were just walking around?
We lived on this little compound hotel deal in San Francisco de Macorís. I was playing for the Gigantes.
Yeah, the cradle of shortstops.
Exactly. And we're walking around the pool, and we see this tarantula the size of my hand.
Was it molting?
It did not at that time, but it was walking around, and from the United States, I had never seen one before, and me and the other ball players were surrounding it. We looked at it like, this is a dinosaur. This is amazing. And we were just fascinated, and it turned around, its abdomen facing us, and shot these little barbs at us. Yes, and it looked like
and you
tiny
were hooked.
little. Oh, I was hooked. But it was sad because I made this guy.
It was Ildemaro Vargas who tries to check swing at a 1-0 pitch, and he cannot. It's 1-1.
A maintenance guy walked up to it and squashed it with a bat right in front of us.
Come on.
It was the worst thing I've ever, I experienced. It was awful. It was awful.
I think I probabprobably would have done the same thing. 1-1 from Murphy to Vargas, 6-1 D-backs. Rip shot to short, and it's a busy inning for Trevor Story. He catches it in the air. More on throwing barbs and articulating and Lenny's very bizarre pet fetishes when we come back. 8th inning, 6-1 D-backs in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI. Red Sox.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Here we go.
Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
This is incredible.
Watch your local NFL game live all season long.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
Going on vacation? We're here for it. With kids who turn a back seat into a courtroom drama over whose tablet is louder, whose charger is faster, and why watching the same cartoon for the 100th time is a human right? Yep, we totally have vehicles to handle that. Because whether it's a road trip or a business trip, where your flight's delayed, your phone's at 2%, and your dinner, whatever's open, Yeah, here for that too. Enterprise, we're here for it.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the third time tonight, Carlos Narvaez is going to lead off an inning. And again, he brings his little batting donut up to the plate. Bryce Jarvis, new pitcher, is on for the Diamondbacks. Narvaez is walked and flied to center. 6-1 as we're into the top of the eighth inning. Really a lifeless night for the Sox. Pitch to Carlos. Strike. Outside corner. The Diamondbacks bullpen has not been good. A Let's Go Red Sox chant trying to spark the visitors. Very little going tonight. 0-1.
Yeah, Jarvis has been there
with a curve.
He's been their long guy throughout this season. He's got 3 consecutive outings of 3 or more innings pitched through 5 2/3 in relief on the 25th of August.
1-1. Rangers have gotten a huge walk-off win tonight as Narvaez takes outside. Texas with the Astros this evening. That game went to 12 innings. And Texas got a 4-3 win to move within half a game of the free-falling Mariners. 2-1 ground ball inside the first base bag. Listen to this crowd. It's amazing. It's going to be extra bases for Narvaez as Carroll goes into the corner and Narvaez trots into second base with a stand-up leadoff double.
Well, they're looking for a spark. Hopefully that can do something to get this offense rolling. The pitching so far for the Diamondbacks has just kind of held them. They've had some hard contact, but there's nothing to show for it throughout this game.
Well, Lenny, I think it's not even just about this game. It's about the big picture. This offense needs to find itself again. They've had nothing for a few days.
And you hate to say it, but it kind of coincides with the absence of Roman Anthony. As soon as he left that game, it's been kind of nothing doing for this offense.
He was a human igniter. So too can this guy be. Here's Jarren Duran. 5-run Arizona lead. Jarren takes a ball down and in. Seventh inning brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Attorneys. Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. You've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. All sevens after 6-1-7. 1-0 to Duran, who was twice lined out and struck out. He's 0 for 3. 1-0. That's a strike. No, it's not. Just inside. Fastball. 2-0. You want to be patient here.
Yeah, got himself a nice hitter's count right here. You got to look for one pitch in one zone. Anything else other than that fastball right down the middle, you got to let it go.
You need base runners. 2-0. Here it is. Not even close. I mean, that's awful from Jarvis. Easy take, and this will be the most straight take of Jarren Duran's season. 3-0. Jarren sometimes runs like a tarantula. Love to see him going here. 3-0. Strike on the outside corner. And really, again, same thing applies here. 3-1. Needs to find exactly what he wants.
Got one pitch, one zone again.
It's Bregman out on deck. 6-1 Arizona. Pitch. Low and in. Ball 4. Wow. What a gift that is. The Red Sox now with 2 on and none out. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan end of summer sales event to get your new ride. Visit your local store, NissanUSA.com today. Well, I mean, the Red Sox trail by 5, and now 2 on, none out for Bregman.
No better time for him to break out of this little mini slump he's going through. He's hit the ball hard. He's taking pitches outside the zone.
I think he's looked better tonight.
He really has.
Maybe the last best hope for the Red Sox. Amazing how into it these Sox fans are tonight. Trying to will the club back into it. 2 on, none out. Jarvis at the belt. He throws. Bregman takes a ball. Called a strike. On the outside corner. Very late from Junior Valentine. We'll get you the results of our poll from the New England Chevy dealers. Question of the day at Sox booth. They got a lefty up Arizona. 0-1 pitch. Way outside and in the dirt. Good backhanded stop there by Moreno.
Yeah, Alex.
1-1.
Alex took the first pitch of this at bat just because Jarvis is just not showing the capability of throwing consistently inside the zone. So he was thinking, trying to get behind, get ahead in a hitter's count here.
1-1. Pitch outside, not close. Well, this is awful from Jarvis. A gift for the Red Sox. And it is 2-1. We asked you what you'd like Peyton Toley's role to be in a potential postseason series. 3/4 of people want him to be a starter. We'll see about that. Here's a pitch to Bregman that misses. Wow. 3-1. I mean, 2 on, not out with a 5-run lead, and Jarvis is in a huge bind here.
Yeah, not ideal. This is not what you want to do in this situation if you're Jarvis.
3-1. Swing and a drive down the left field side. That's going to get down. That's extra bases. Narvaez scores. The angry tarantula Duran coming around third. He scores. It's a 2-run double for Alex Bregman. Listen to these fans in the desert. It is 6-3.
It was only a matter of time. We talked about Alex Bregman taking pitches off the plate, put together a really good at-bat right there. He's been hitting the ball hard, nothing really to show for it. Finally broke out right there. That's the swing that plays. Pull power toward left field. Made Barbosa run and get that one for sure.
I don't know how much longer they can leave Jarvis in. For now, they will let him face Trevor Story. The pitching coach is going to come out. That is just great stuff from Bregman to take advantage. Before we introduce Trevor Story, 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Now the Red Sox have made it a game again. 6-3. People standing, cheering, let's go Red Sox. Torey Lovullo is not going to go to his bullpen yet because he's got a lefty up, which I don't know why. Maybe more trusted than others, but at this part of the lineup, you got Story, Gonzalez, and Refsnyder. I mean, it's the worst possible gauntlet to have a lefty up. Now the Red Sox have got real designs on making this totally interesting. Nobody out. Bregman at second. Here's Trevor. The pitch to him is a ball. He does not have that slider. It's called a strike. What do you think, Lenny? That looked down and away from Story.
Yeah, it's close, but you still have to be patient. When a guy's kind of on the ropes right here, you want him to get behind in the count.
Andrew Saalfrank is up. 0-1 to Trevor. Pitch way outside. Moreno, what a great pick that was. His slider misses have been awful. That one in the dirt. And it's 1-1.
Tell you what, with one swing right here, you're in a good count. Trevor can make this a game.
Right now, 6-3 the pitch. Swing and a drive, foul down the left field line. He was on it with you, Lenny. Fastball, and he cranked that thing, but he was a little over eager, and it's 1-2.
A little out in front.
A little.
Just a tad.
Alex Bregman with one swing has made this thing compelling again. The Red Sox have got to feel like they must get at least one more here. A ball, 2 strikes. Romy is on deck. He's the tying run. 1-2 to Story, who's grounded out, struck out, and flied to right. But he has been so clutch in big spots all year long. 1-2. Low. Great take. He looks very calm to me, Lenny. That was a slider low, and it's 2-2.
That was a great take right there. Again, that ball looked like it was going to be a good pitch. The bottom dropped out of it. especially with 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Trevor. Pitch, swinging a ground ball into left field. That's a base hit. Bregman will be held at third, and the tying run comes to the plate in Romy Gonzalez.
This is the guy you went up right now. Romy Gonzalez, hottest hitter in the lineup, coming into this game with a 7-game hitting streak, 13 for 29.
I mean,
he's
Torey
crushed the
Lovello's
ball.
coming out. I can't see their bullpen. They can't possibly bring a left-hander in here to face Romy. Maybe they got somebody else up. I think they're going to do it. They're going to bring Saul Frank in, a lefty to face Romy Gonzalez. Are you kidding me? Talk about playing right into the Red Sox hands. They got the tying run in Romy with nobody out. By the way, get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Find exciting offers, too, in the powerful Silverado feature-packed all-new Equinox. Wow. What a spot here for Gonzalez against the Southpaw when we return to Arizona on the Shaws at Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the 48th year in a row, Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. The trucks that move mountains also move boats, bricks, and 2x4s. Work days and weekends, job sites and campsites. F-150 and Super Duty never stop working, just like you. Ford F-Series, official truck of your Boston Red Sox, and America's #1 selling trucks for 48 years straight. It's a record that may never be broken. Until next year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
Having health insurance is a must-have, and the Massachusetts Health Connector has a power-packed lineup in Connecticare plans that delivers. At the top of the order, lower premiums make monthly costs affordable. The middle of the lineup is packed with low copays and no deductibles, so you can save money on everything. From an urgent ER trip to managing chronic disease like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Round out the order access to Connecticare plans now at mahealthconnector.org, and you have a winning team with you and the Massachusetts Health Connector.
Well, Ender Saul Frank, the lefty, is on under the Arizona bullpen, which has been beleaguered here these last few weeks. Romy Gonzalez hits .330 against left-handed pitchers. Now, Saul Frank does have good numbers against righties, but huge gamble by Torey Lovello. He thinks this is his best option, a guy and holds opponents to a 181 average against. He's got a 1.16 ERA. So this is just Lovello saying, this is my best guy that I've got. Platoon advantage be damned, and here we go.
Yeah, he's looking at the numbers. He's only allowed 4 base runners his last 8 outings.
Runner goes. Trevor as Romy swings and misses, but Story 26 of 26. Easy steal. And Trevor Story wants to talk here. He needs his sliding mitt from Jose David Flores. So perfect 26 for Story. And now a hit would make it a 1-run game.
And looking at Saul Frank's motion, he's right over the top. He swung through like a changeup low and away right off the plate that first swing. He was aggressive. He's looking for something to crush.
Well, he's 2 for 3. The pitch. Swinging a high fly into right field. Carrying back onto the warning track. Carroll is there. He'll make the play. Bregman tags. He scores. Story up to third. It's a sac fly for Romy, and it is 6-4. Totally
right
productive.
There. Absolutely. Hit the ball deep. Now you have Rob Refsnyder up. Another lefty killer.
Excellent stuff from Romy. That thing just kept on going, by the way. And by the way, Arizona's going to play the infield back. You never, ever see this. With 1 out and a runner at third. Pitch is a chopper to third, and it's going to dribble down the line. It is a foul ball. It just went outside the bag. What a gamble that was from Jordan Lawler. He let it go by him. It hooked outside the bag. Had it stayed fair over the bag, it's a double, but it is a bouncing strike 1 down the line. Wow. Oh, I think that's a bad choice by Lawler. I mean, in the way that he did it. He just gave up. There's no way he certainly knew that was going foul.
It just kicked left right before reaching the bag.
So 0-1 to Refsnyder. Trevor Story at third. 6-4 games. Sox have scored 3 in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Rob takes a strike on the outside corner. Backdoor breaking pitch, and it's 0-2.
Now he's got to be in protect mode right here. Can't let anything get by him. Last thing you need is a strikeout in this situation.
I really cannot believe they got the infield back here. 0-2. Pitch. Check swing. He did not go. High fastball. I mean, Lenny, you never see modern teams do this. They concede a run that'll make it a one-run game.
I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Especially with their bullpen.
Lowe is on deck. Here's the pitch. Rob swings and drives one high and deep into center field. It is carrying. It is off the base of the wall. Story scores. Refsnyder into second. It's a one-run game. Another lefty slayed by Refsnyder, and it is 6-5.
That's just what they do. Romy and Ref. You have a lefty up there. They're going to crush the ball.
Again, I don't care that he's their most dependable reliever. To bring him in against Gonzalez and Refsnyder is borderline malpractice. And now the Red Sox will pinch run for Rob with David Hamilton. Incredible. Garrett Whitlock and Justin Slayton both up in the pen. What a rally for the Red Sox. And by the way, do not rule out the chance that Hamilton might try to go right here. Lowe is in. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. I mean, it might as well be Fenway West right now.
I mean, you want him at third base with Lowe up. You have to do everything you possibly can to get him. That's the tying run out there.
He's trying to think whether he can just beat Lawler to the bag, the third baseman. 0-1, dancing around. The pitch is inside. I mean, I think it's a good idea to try to go right here, Lenny. I do.
I mean,
now, the lefty makes it an easy throw for Moreno, but if Hamilton thinks he can get a read, man.
If anybody can do it, it's Hammy.
1-1. One-run game in the eighth. He's dancing around, and Saalfrank spins that sort of left-handed inside move, chases David back to the bag. How about Rob Refsnyder? Just another wonderful two-strike at bat. 1-1, the pitch. Swinging a high fly down the left field line. Drifting toward the chalk. It will stay right on the line and be caught out there by Barossa. And that's a big second out for the Diamondbacks. Hamilton stays put at second. Now Nate Eaton, right-handed hitter. And as far as I can tell, the Diamondbacks do not have anyone throwing in their bullpen. Maybe he's hidden by the foul pole, but this is amazing. Now Nate Eaton a chance to tie the game.
Well, we saw Nate Eaton last homestand come through big. Nice little clutch hit, drove the ball the other way to score a run. See if he can come through right here.
Here he swings and misses at a curveball. Hamilton started, then stopped, and Moreno does not throw behind. Little dirt read there for Hamilton. He took 3 steps toward third, stopped, and darted back to the bag. Eaton chased a bad one there, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, Hamilton taking his secondary lead. As soon as he saw that ball in the dirt, he kind of darted till third. Didn't carry him away too far, though.
Red Sox have scored 4 with a tying run at second. 0-1. The pitch way outside. It's 1-1. Jarvis made a mess of this. A double to Narvaez, a walk to Duran, then a 2-run double for Alex Bregman. Hit for Story. Then they brought in this lefty Saalfrank, and he got killed by Gonzalez and Refsnyder. 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a foul off the end of the bat. Sinking fastball. And it's 1-2 to Eaton.
It was kind of an atypical spot for Jarvis. This is a guy that's gone out there to throw 5 2/3, 3 innings, most of the outings he's thrown. You put him in a situation where you've got a potent offense. If they wake up, kind of let him back in the game.
1-2 to Nate Eaton. Cedon would be next. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on a chopped out on the third base side. Romy Gonzalez, a sac fly. RBI double for Refsnyder. He's lifted for Hamilton, who's at second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Eaton is 0 for 3 tonight. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. He struck him out. Did he not? Maybe a foul ball that Moreno couldn't hold on to. Wow.
Stayed alive right there. Outstanding. Curveball.
Just barely got a piece.
Same pitch as the first pitch of that bat. He was able to get a little bit of wood on it.
Woo. Wow. Hamilton's going to score on almost any hit. He leads at second. 1-2. 1-run deficit for the Sox. Here's the pitch. Eaton swings and misses. He is gone. Another curveball, and the inning is over. The Red Sox, though, do score 4. They've made it a game again. To the bottom of the 8th we go. 6-5 Arizona on the Shaw's N-Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
At Maurice's, we're all about great jeans. You know, the ones that fit you just right. The ones that simply make you feel good. Because you don't just wear jeans, you live in them. Find great jeans starting at $29.90 in stores and at Maurice's.com.
If you're trying to stay on top of your routine, whether that's workouts, skincare, sleep, or just making it through a busy day, hydration is where it all starts. The right electrolyte powder can make all the difference, and that's why Drip Drop has been a game changer. Drip Drop is a breakthrough hydration formula that's backed by science, which is why it's trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top pro and college sports teams. Right now, Drip Drop is offering 20% off your first order. Go to dripdrop.com, use promo code RADIO. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO for 20% off.
My name is Georgios Tsetis. I'm the co-founder of Nutrafol. My hair started thinning in my early 20s. I tried everything, and nothing was really working. So we created Nutrafol. Our hair growth supplements undergo clinical trials and have helped millions of men and women get visibly thicker and stronger hair in just 3 to 6 months.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com.
On average, you'll have to wait 31 days to see an OBGYN. And if you're dealing with an infection or outbreak, you know you need care fast. That's where Wisp comes in. Connect with a U.S. licensed provider online and pick up safe, effective treatment at your local pharmacy that same day. Plus, get birth control and more delivered in all 50 states. Take control with comprehensive sexual and reproductive care, all from your phone. Wisp. That's HelloWisp.com. The waiting room can wait.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Justin Slayton is on for the Red Sox as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Slayton just off the IL. Trying to rediscover himself on for the 28th time. Jordan Lawler, the hitter, and he grounds one to short. Backhanded by Trevor. Leaping throw, 1 pitch. And 1 out.
That's exactly what you need. Your offense goes out and scores 4 runs. You're going to go right after these hitters. Use that fastball in the zone. Get it on the ground. Get your offense right back in the dugout.
Vladdy Guerrero had a 4-hit night, including a massive home run as the Blue Jays smoked the Yankees. Right now, the Red Sox in a tie with New York atop the wild card race. Pitch to Locklear, right-handed hitter, is a strike from Slayton. It is 0-1. The San Francisco Giants, led by Rafi Devers, have won 5 straight. They just won in St. Louis. Devers homered again. The 0-1 is lined to first over the head of Lowe and into right field for a base hit. Coming in is Eaton to make the play. 1 out hit. I mean, all of a sudden, San Francisco 4 behind in the wild card race behind San Diego. The Cubs a 5-game lead over the Mets and Padres. In some ways, Juan Soto's having his best season of his entire career. He's gotten so hot. With 1 on and 1 out, here comes Jorge Barrosa. Bottom 8, 6-5 Arizona. A pitch. High. But called a strike. By the way, get up to $20 off groceries with every flu vaccination at Shaw's Pharmacy or Star Market Pharmacy. Stay protected and safe because your health matters to us. Please do. That shot, I will be. 0-1. Slayton on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Pitch. Low. So Lou Merlone yesterday made the first hole-in-one of his life. was proud to witness it on the 3rd hole at the Phoenician Golf Club here in Scottsdale. A little 2-hop wedge, 156 yards. We made the most of it. Big celebration. 1-1 is swung on and missed. A wild pitch through the wickets of Narvaez and a huge insurance run. And Locklear's up to second. Well, word has spread like wildfire. Everybody has congratulated Lou all day, in part because he's been sprinting around the hotel carrying the flag that they gave him that says he's a member of the Hole-in-One Club. Got dessert at the steakhouse last night with chocolate glaze that said Hole-in-One.
He hasn't let that flag leave his sight.
No, I think it's right now in his back pocket. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Story dives to his lefty gloves. He'll have no play, but he just saved a run. That was tremendous range by Story. Hard shot up the middle. He dove to his left. No chance to get Barossa, but again, that keeps it a 1-run game.
Great job ranging to his left right there. And I feel like a younger player without the experience would still try to make that throw to first base. No chance to get him. But instead, he looks to third base, trying to see if he takes that turn around the bag. Maybe he can make that back throw behind him.
But it just gets harder because now the top of the order here is Ketel Marte. Love a double play to get out of this thing. At the corners, 1 down, the pitch. Chopper foul outside of first. Anyway, it was beautiful to be a part of it, to watch it, to witness it, to celebrate with Lou. While that was all going on, this man, Justin Slayton, on the same golf course about 2 hours later on the 8th hole, made an eagle. He was very pleased with himself.
His first one.
Yeah. 0-1 to Marte. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Big fastball. 93 miles an hour, and it's 0-2. What a big strikeout this would be. Rashi, the right-handers, up for the Snakes in their pen. 0-2. Big pitch coming. Here it is. And it is swung on and missed. He got him. Nasty curve from Slayton. A big-time punch-out. And they're 2 away.
Just shows you right there, if you can get ahead, if you can get the 2 strikes, these batters for the Arizona Diamondbacks, who have been outstanding this year, will chase outside the strike zone. That ball's 86 miles an hour right on the top of the plate, but he has to swing at it because it looks like a fastball out of the hand. He's in a 0-2 count right there. You got to swing at it. You can't leave it in the hands of the umpire.
Coley was not sharp tonight. And Weiser, Murphy, now Slayton. At the corners, 2 down. Here's Geraldo Perdomo. He takes low. Velocity down a little bit for Slayton. A cutter there. 1-0. He is so critical, Slayton, to what the Red Sox hope to be down the stretch. 1-0, the pitch. That's called a ball. Why? I mean, that,
right there.
That got the plate. Awful, awful miss there by Junior Valentine. I mean, that's not even debatable.
Not even close.
Wow.
It's right there.
2-0. They play him to pull on the infield. Slayton throws. And a line looper into center field. Coming on Cedon. He can't get it. It's a hit. And the Diamondbacks get a huge insurance run. It is 7-5 in the 8th.
Yeah, just kind of fisted that one into the outfield. Not a real hard hit ball. Hit where no one was.
Well, again, this game is not about the umpires. You don't want to harp on it as Andrew Bailey comes to the mound. But we cannot get the challenge system soon enough.
You're right.
Because it's a subtle little change here. But if it's 1-1, I just don't think Perdomo in that spot is as much in swing mode. He's less likely to get jammed and bloop one into the outfield. It's probably 1-2.
Absolutely. You're 1-1. You're 1 pitch away from getting to 2 strikes. You're 2-0. You're way behind in the count. That's a pitch where he's trying to get the ball in the outfield right there with that.
That really hurts. For all the great work in the top of this inning. Now it's a 2-run lead. By the way, the Red Sox due to have Cedon, Narvaez, and Duran in the 9th inning. Still 2 on, 2 out, 7-5 for Corbin Carroll. Left-handed hitter. Pitch. Driven deep to right field. No chance. This is way back and it is gone. 3-run homer likely ends things tonight for the Red Sox. Smash for Carroll, his 30th, and it is 10-5 Diamondbacks.
That's just what he does. It's what he's done throughout this whole season. The big part of why this Diamondbacks offense is where they are right now is because Carroll.
Well, how often have you seen it? Lights out relievers hurt, come back, and just are not the same.
Just hasn't quite found his footing since the return.
And he was sitting on that curveball, and it hung. There's a swing and a foul by Gabby Moreno out of play 0-1. Well, after all of the drama in the top of this 8th inning to make it a game again, the air is entirely out of the balloon. And lately, the Red Sox bullpen, best in the AL, has not been good. Here's a pitch that misses inside, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, the fear is, you know, as streaky as this club has been in many facets, you don't want them to hit a cold spell right at the most inopportune time. Right on the brink of getting to a playoff spot. You don't want them to start to sink.
Pitch that misses outside. It's 2-1 to Moreno. I mean, they've played so well. They've afforded themselves a huge cushion. 2-1. High drive into center field. Cedon is back onto the warning track. He's there. Make the play, and the inning is over. But 4 runs in, and it's a 10-5 Arizona lead. As we go to the 9th inning in the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
If you're trying to stay on top of your routine, whether that's workouts, skincare, sleep, or just making it through a busy day, hydration is where it all starts. The right electrolyte powder can make all the difference, and that's why Drip Drop has been a game changer. Drip Drop is a breakthrough hydration formula that's backed by science, which is why it's trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top pro and college sports teams. Right now, Drip Drop is offering 20% off your first order. Go to dripdrop.com, use promo code RADIO. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO for 20% off.
My name is Georgios Tsetis. I'm the co-founder of Nutrafol. My hair started thinning in my early 20s. I tried everything, and nothing was really working. So we created Nutrafol. Our hair growth supplements undergo clinical trials and have helped millions of men and women get visibly thicker and stronger hair in just 3 to 6 months.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com.
What does the future hold for business? Ask 9 experts and you'll get 10 answers. It's a bull market. It's a bear market. Rates will rise or fall. Inflation's up or down. Can someone invent a crystal ball? Until then, over 42,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud ERP, bringing accounting, finance management, inventory, and HR into one fluid platform. With one unified business management suite, there's one source of truth, giving you the visibility and control you need to make quick decisions. With real-time insights and forecasting, you're peering into the future with actionable data. When you're closing the books in days, not weeks, you're spending less time looking backwards and more time on what's next. Whether your company is earning millions or even hundreds of millions, NetSuite helps you respond to immediate challenges and seize your biggest opportunities. Download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning for free at netsuite.com/special. That's netsuite.com/special. netsuite.com/special.
Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Taylor Rashi is on for the Diamondbacks, and he's got a much bigger cushion than when he first got up in the bullpen, 10-5. Sox got 4 in the top of the 8th and gave all 4 right back in the bottom half. This is just his 3rd appearance in the major leagues. In each of his first 2, he's gotten saves that have gone 2 or more innings. Amazing stuff. First guy since the late 60s to do that in the first 2 of his big league career. We'll see Cedon Rafaela to begin the Herb Chambers batting order. The pitch, Cedon takes low, ball 1. This inning brought to you by Herb Chambers, Alfa Romeo of Boston, Millbury, and Warwick. 1-0 to Cedon. Popped up. First base side behind the bag. over to his left to make the play is Locklear. And there's one down. Red Sox have done a great job, Lenny, to put themselves in a great spot. They'll end tonight, barring a miracle, 4.5 games ahead of the Mariners for the third wild card, 5 ahead of Texas, who now are right in this thing. But this 3-day period has not been good, and they are very much in need of a jolt. Giolito tomorrow, then Bayo Sunday, but something's got to change. The juju around this club has taken a major U-turn since Anthony got injured, as Narvaez takes strike one.
Yeah, you love what they did offensively in the top of the 8th inning, putting it together, taking pitches, driving the baseball. It's just been a rarity the past few games.
Something to build on, you hope, as Rafaela takes the ball in the dirt. Outside is 1-1. Carlos has walked and doubled, scored a run. Fly to center. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry to the Nissan end of summer sales event to get your new ride. 1-1. Carlos takes a strike on the inside corner.
It's slipping.
It is. Well, it feels so much more like summer here. It does. Perfect tarantula weather. You're looking for him on Camelback tomorrow. The 1-2 high, the fastball. This is their natural habitat. Rattlesnakes, apparently the middle of the summer is their peak. They like it really hot.
Yeah, they find the sidewalk and the street.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Gets low. And they're 2 down. Red Sox down to their last out. I had my bachelor party in Scottsdale, man, almost 15 years ago. And we were playing a golf course not far from here. And 3 separate times, just right on the cart path. Huge rattlesnakes just slithering along. No thanks.
Pick them up?
Definitely. Here's Jaron Duran, who takes a strike on the outside corner. I'm not your brother. I don't just chase snakes for sport.
I was wondering where you got those sweet boots.
I wish. 0-1 to Duran. That's strike 2. 10-5 Arizona. The Red Sox are down to their last strike. These snakes have gotten the big hits tonight. 2 homers off Tolley and 1 off Slayton. Clinging to playoff hopes. 0-2. Duran pops it just beneath us. The win tonight, the Diamondbacks will get right back to 500. 71 up and 71 down. They'd be 5.5 out of that third and final wild card, as we said, right now. Held by the Mets and Padres. 0-2 to Duran, a little bit low. But it'll take a miracle for them to get in.
We just heard a "Let's Go Diamondbacks."
Let's go D-backs.
D-backs, yeah. Where was that earlier in the game? We heard a "Let's Go Red Sox."
All Red Sox. Duran chops one toward first. Fair ball. It is handled by Locklear. He'll step on the bag. And the ball game is over. Red Sox struggles continue. They get blasted tonight in the desert. 10-5 D-backs win the opener. Not a great night at all for Tolley. And the long ball doomed the Red Sox tonight. Sox drop the opener. Nissan postgame show next on the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
If you're trying to stay on top of your routine, whether that's workouts, skincare, sleep, or just making it through a busy day, hydration is where it all starts. The right electrolyte powder can make all the difference, and that's why Drip Drop has been a game changer. Drip Drop is a breakthrough hydration formula that's backed by science, which is why it's trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top pro and college sports teams. Right now, Drip Drop is offering 20% off your first order. Go to dripdrop.com, use promo code RADIO. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO for 20% off.
My name is Georgios Tsetis. I'm the co-founder of Nutrafol. My hair started thinning in my early 20s. I tried everything, and nothing was really working. So we created Nutrafol. Our hair growth supplements undergo clinical trials and have helped millions of men and women get visibly thicker and stronger hair in just 3 to 6 months.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Your teenager thinks McDonald's was their idea. But you know you've been thinking about a McDouble, extra pickles, perfectly salted fries, and an icy Coke since carpool.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Your home is a reflection of you. Who you choose to do your roofing, siding, windows, and doors matters. For 25 years, Henderson Roofing has served homeowners in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Founded and run by John Henderson himself. They pair quality materials with expert work. Just ask the thousands of homeowners who've given them 5-star reviews. Henderson Roofing, the partner you and your family can trust. Henderson-roofing.com for your free estimate. That's Henderson-roofing.com.
This is the Nissan postgame show. Sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event.
(10-5), the Diamondbacks win the opener here in Arizona. 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors, 6 left for the Snakes. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 5 left for the Red Sox. Updated box score brought to you by the Mass State Lottery. Make it the best night ever. Grab your friends, pick your numbers, and celebrate the night with Keno and the Mass State Lottery. You got to be 18 years or older to play. Rodriguez, the winner. Tolley was just totally off tonight. He falls to 0-1. 2 hours and 50 minutes in front of 39,126. Attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. If you're craving chicken tenders, sandwiches, or nuggets, Crispy Crunchy Chicken delivers. Get a location at crispycrunchy.com. You're listening to the Nissan postgame show. And the Red Sox just have a lot to desire here tonight. Tolley was just totally out of sorts. Lenny DiNardo did not have any command of any secondary pitches. The Diamondbacks sat on fastballs, they pounded them, and really the tone was set in the early innings here tonight.
Yeah, ended up going 3 innings, 4 walks, just no command of any of his secondary pitches. The fastball actually was lower, 94 we saw tonight compared to 98, 99 his first outing. But you're going to realize real quick that if you can't command secondary pitches, big league hitters are just going to be sitting and waiting on the fastball. And it was consistently down the middle, and that's where they did their damage tonight.
Every